got a new song. That was a good bass line on that one. Just in case you don't know, the song is supposed to be porn music. And I think 70s porn music. I think he got pretty close. Because it's a Nerdrotic nooner.
I'm going to spit out my coffee.
I could have known that.
Yeah. So when we first did the intro, I'm like, okay, you got to find some good old 70s porn music. And I found some, but like it was licensed. And I was like, shit. It's like, who licenses porn music? But apparently they do. Hi. Welcome, everybody, to the Nerdrotic Nooner. It is hump day. Everybody needs a nooner. I'm Gary. I come from my mom's vagina on that porn theme. From a traditional marriage of a man and a woman. You know how it goes.
Yeah, well, we'll see what the Supreme Court has to say.
We'll see. Oh, God.
It might change.
Oh, boy. Oh, right. Better laws. Yeah. And then, my dad left and my mom had to put me up for adoption, but that's the way it goes. We have a lot of fun stuff to talk about, guys. And we'll get to about three things. But Superman is in the news. Superman's James Gunn is in the news because, I need to get a breaking news sound effect. Breaking news, everybody. James Gunn lies. James Gunn lies. All studios lie, by the way. All studio heads lie. It's part of the business. It's like in sports. General managers lie all the time about trades and everything. They lie. And James Gunn just happens to get caught in the most because he won't shut the fuck up on Twitter. This is a studio head. This isn't some director. This isn't some writer. This is now a studio head. And remember when he said, I'm going to dial it back online a little bit. That lasted for about, a month or two? And he has contributed to his own demise by being a reply guy. It's okay to reply and basically it's go, hey, we did the best job we did on this movie. I hope you really enjoy it. Please go see it in the theater, in an IMAX. That's all you need to say, ever. Everybody worked really hard. David Cornsweet's a good dude. Rachel Brosnahan has great assets. And yeah, we want you to see this movie. That's all you need to ever say. But he's a sensitive guy. So we'll discuss it going to digital in 2 days.
It's for pre-order already. You can,
yeah,
on your Fandango. I saw it.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So it's basically, it's you got to pay for it. You got to rent it. And it looks like what it is, Chris. It looks like we need some more money. That's the optics of it. Whether it's true or not, I have no idea. Yeah. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about movie theaters and the repercussions this has on movie theaters. And we're going to talk about Alien Earth, which Chris and I have both seen. How you doing, Chris?
I'm doing great, man. It's Wednesday, hump day. I'm excited to be here and not working on home projects. I had a disaster in my bathroom. I was just putting up a shelf.
And that was just going to the bathroom.
That's a surprising place for that.
I was putting up a shelf and I tore down another one. And I did not fall on my butt, but
what did you fall on then?
Crashing down. It was bizarre. It was weird. So, but I'm fixing it. I like home projects. I love home projects, but this is now a week from that. I do.
You do? Well, I need you to come over to Texas and work on a couple for me.
I'll put up shelves. I got a drill that can go through cement. I got all the.
Wow.
I have a lot of tools.
Do you have a Sawzall?
I do not have a Sawzall.
Everybody has to have a Sawzall.
What is that? Sawzall?
It saws all.
Saws all.
I have a center point. A center point is a tool you use to make sure the drill goes in the exact spot you denote. A center point can also be used to break glass on a car.
Sawzall.
So,
a reciprocating.
I've never done that, Chris.
Never heard of a center point?
Yeah, I've never broken glass on a car ever in my life.
Either have I, but I'm saying that's what it.
No, I actually have.
Oh, you have? Okay. Well, that center point, you just go. It's like a spring act. Let's not talk about.
Okay. Sorry to spoil a little bit of weapons, but remember the crackhead who was like, "Yeah, I'm getting a job." He's on the phone. He's like, "I'm getting a job," and he's pulling all the door handles.
Yeah,
I totally could not identify with that scene at all.
Yeah, I saw FNT. Obviously, I loved Weapons. I'm glad you saw it, loved it.
Loved it.
Drinker loved it.
Taking my kid to see it, and then we're doing a Ash versus Evil Dead marathon tonight. So yeah, it's gonna be a fun day. It's gonna be a fun day. Yeah, so a lot to talk about. Hi, X-Ray Girl. You haven't seen Alien Earth yet.
No, but I'm planning on watching it later today in preparation. I watched a really good movie this morning.
What's that?
Nobody, the first one.
Oh, Nobody's fantastic.
Good.
Simple
Prep for Nobody too.
Simple formula. Like when we talk, okay, put a pin in that, and we're going to bring that back to the theater discussion later about the simple formula, about going back to the simple formula, because so many things are overthought or it's just slop. And overthinking something can create slop. That's a tease for Alien Earth. But let's get to Superman first. So it was, and I'm not going to pull up the conversation. You're just going to have to take my word for it. Somebody posted up, I think it was one of the, Screen Crush, whatever the fuck, Cosmic Marvel or dick sucking film or whatever, put up that James Gunn Superman was going to go to stream, or was going to go to video on demand on the 15th. And then either somebody else retweeted it or not, but I read it. James Gunn responded by saying, no, it's going to be way after that. And then it was reported it was going to be on, pay-per-view rental on the 26th. So I was going, wow, I guess 11 days is like way after that. That's okay. Then yesterday, James Gunn tweeted that it's going to be Friday the 15th. And it's still in theaters, and it's not like domestically, it's not like it's doing terribly, but it's fading. It's fading pretty hard domestically, and it's not picking up internationally at all. And it is insane that something that's made $50 million domestically. Normally in the past, a superhero movie like that would just be doubled. Yeah. That would be doubled, and it would be at $700 million by now. But now it's not going to hit $700 million. It is not going to. 650. I mean, if they keep it in theaters for 2 more months, maybe. You know what that isn't, though? That isn't higher than Man of Steel without adjusting for inflation.
Yeah. Yeah. It's at some point you just got to be real with it. And they have to scale the budgets of these superhero movies lower, make them for 150 and less. That's it. That's the way it is. There is a market cap now. There is a very rabid, dedicated audience, and they go first weekend, and normies have checked out. And also, you talk about theaters a lot, and I do as well. I loved going to the movies when I didn't know what movie I was going to see. And you'd look up, like going to a fast food restaurant. Do I feel like a burger, a chicken sandwich, fries, onion rings? You had every choice. Raunchy comedy, teen comedy, romantic comedy, action thriller, action comedy, some sci-fi thing. I mean, we didn't know how good we had it in the era when you just go to movies. There'd be a great movie. Well, I've seen that 3 times. Let's see something else. You know what I mean? Like, yep. It was great. And we don't have that now. And certain genres have died even, Western, although Westerns do come out, a lot of indie Westerns, it's not there. It's not there. And, I fear for theaters just not being a real business. On Tuesdays, it's packed. When I go on Tuesday, doesn't matter what theater in LA, it's packed because it's a discount Tuesday, half off. People go,
but they don't make any money. That's all. Right. That's all for padding numbers. They make nothing off of Discount Tuesday, and we'll get to that. Yeah. If you could find X-Ray Girl, the James Gunn tweet of him announcing the digital I don't know if it's in Discord. If not, let me know. It should be, because I want to compare it with something else.
It wasn't, but I can find it.
It wasn't.
Give me a moment.
Lady Greymaster, it's the biggest news of the day. Just want to point that out. It's the biggest news of the day, and it's not in our subjects.
This one?
Yes. Catch Superman in theaters on digital Friday, which is way after the 15th, which is actually Friday, everybody. So not surprising that the man who said The Flash is his favorite superhero film ever, the man who said, oh, it's possible that we could recast, Henry Cavill and something else and let on Gal Gadot, and ended up lying to both of them, and then saying, oh, we might do a hard reset, but then brings in a bunch of people from the former Snyderverse, including Jason Momoa as Lobo, which is great casting, by the way. But Viola Davis is coming back. And, of course, the linchpin of everything DC, James Gunn's wife, who will be in Peacemaker, which will be coming out soon. By the way, as pointed out from Derek the DA, again, because this was just funny, and that's why I'm going to point it out again. Let's follow up our comic booky kid movie with a hard rated R, violent superhero show that's basically The Boys-ish on HBO. And it's going to be part of canon. So you got to watch it. So get the kids. Maybe we can see more people get ripped. I mean, there is a scene where somebody gets ripped apart, like literally ripped apart. So, hey, bring the kids. You could see John Cena and his tidy whities. Grace Randolph will be excited. So, bring up go to X-Ray Girl, go to the bottom tweet that I put in the Discord right there, from Star Wars Timeline Ben. I know inflation is racist, but and we have been talking about this, by the way. We have been talking about the metrics you need to use, and the metrics that should always be used for anything, for downloads, for comic books, for books, for individuals watching a TV show, which they can metric, by the way. This has been bullshit all. I mean, love. A lot of people love Michael Jackson, but they don't realize that a lot of Michael Jackson albums, the way they were doing sales, at least when I was working at the thing called a record store, Chris, it was.
Oh, I remember those.
I
loved them.
It was gauged the same way comic books were gauged. It was sold to stores, not individual point of sale purchases. That's what Michael Jackson still sold a fucking shit ton of albums, and he's still one of the, if not the highest selling artist of all time. Not trying to take anything away from Michael, but that's how those things were judged. That's how they were done. Because you know what? The Warehouse Records and Tower Records wouldn't share fucking data with each other. They just wouldn't. And that's the same thing with comic books. But the metric that should always be used for film is tickets sold, Chris. And you told me, I don't know if they're still doing it, that France still does this. Fucking France.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, it's people who've seen, they even count critics. If they have a critic screening and 50 people go, that's 50 people who've seen it. The most seen movie in France is a movie called Amélie.
Amelie's good.
Which ties into Alien Earth because the lead has
the same haircut.
Same haircut as Amélie. Audrey Tautou is the actress. So there you go.
All right. So that's Kyle Chandler's daughter too.
Yeah, a little preview of what we'll talk about later.
Yeah. So let's read this. This is a great tweet, by the way. So how many fans saw Superman? I know inflation is racist, but ticket prices tell you how popular a film is and how many fans saw it. Box office numbers don't guarantee a lasting cultural impact. Connecting with fans does. Supply and demand, baby. So, I mean, I'm sure this is estimated because you're going off of average price of ticket. So Man of Steel, listen, I want to preface this. I got no dog in this fight. I don't. I'm a Donner. I'm a Donner bro. I'm a Donner dog. if anything. And by the way, I would say the global box office for both of these movies combined does not beat Superman as it stands right now. So you combine the global box office receipts of both of these movies, and they are not more than the original Superman, adjusted for inflation, which is racist. 2003. So you got global box office of Man of Steel is $670 million. 2013 average price for a ticket is about $8. Tickets sold 82 million. 426,879. If you go over to as it stands right now, and admittedly it's still in the box office, Superman's James Gunn sitting at 578,843,139. 2025 average ticket price is about $16. Tickets sold 35,997,714. Are the times different? Yes. Is there more competition? Yes. That's not a good argument, though, because there have been some movies that have sold a shit ton of tickets in the last 3 years in this era that have gotten well over $1 billion. Avatar is going to crush all this when it comes out, which I don't understand to this day because those movies are woke and shit. But so scroll down, X-Ray Girl. That's X-Ray Girl. There we go. That's what I was referring to. Thank you. So to do this again,
Sorry.
82 million tickets sold. 82 million tickets sold to 35 million tickets sold. And that's your metric. And Superman is not going to beat Man of Steel. And James Gunn brought this on himself. Optically, one of the first things they did, Chris, was get rid of Henry Cavill.
Right.
And like
that choice,
and to do it so publicly, and not really say much at the time. I know there's some revisionists like, oh, I didn't fire. You didn't say shit at the time, bro. You didn't say, all you said is, oh, maybe we'll work with him again. He got fucking fired. He did. He got let go. And you know that was going to rub people wrong. Going into this, you knew the Snyder Bros weren't going to like you anyway. You had to earn, and you know how you earn that back? You don't talk shit to them. You ignore what they're saying. And yes, they can get fucking spicy and salty. It doesn't matter. You make the best movie possible, and you try to just win them over with the quality of the content. That's what you do. It's not fucking rocket science. Instead, he came off kind of antagonistic, and you brought this on yourselves. Now we have Gunn Bros, who have been rooting for this movie. And like, what kind of surprises me, I love fandom, and this is part of fandom, is how much people are willing to fight over not even arguably a mid movie. It's a mid movie.
Yeah,
it's mid, and it's performing like a mid movie.
It's not terrible, but
it's
not terrible, but it doesn't resonate. It doesn't. I feel like a year you gotta look at things actually. Will it age well? I don't think it will. I don't think it's aging well now. Man of Steel has actually aged well, even though there are good arguments, things to not like about Man of Steel. I will return to that movie and watch it because there are scenes that are epic, and the Russell Crowe, Krypton stuff I love. Like I just don't think I'm gonna rewatch Man of Steel. I'm not enthused about going to see Superman again.
I agree. And I love how you say Krypton like Marlon Brando, because I've been saying that for years. Krypton.
I always say that.
Krypton.
Did you see the video of Gunn talking about Cavill, letting go Cavill, and how he did it? It was on Josh Horowitz's podcast. I can find it.
Yeah, I'll find it.
I'll find it. Okay, so I'm muting. I'm going to go.
So yes, they let go Cavill, and their initial plan was to bring in the Authority. We've gone over it over and over again, and I really want you to. The biggest question about James Gunn I had going in, and after watching his movie, it was all of my concerns were confirmed. Is he the right guy to do a traditional superhero with the hero's journey? Is he the kind of guy who actually read Superman prior to 2000?
I'm not sure. I found the clip actually. If you
and we'll bring it up in just a second. Is he the
But
guy?
yeah, but
Is he the kind of guy that puts an American flag outside of his house on the 4th of July? Mine is out 365 days a year, by the way.
I have a bouquet actually of little American flags I keep in my patio. But anyways, if you look at Gunn's work, he just would be not the first choice to do Superman. I would say if you look at his work, and I like his early work. I like the movie Super with Rainn Wilson. I like that. That had an opening dance number like Peacemaker, but he animated it. It's like there's certain ideas that he's obsessed with in his mind, and I guarantee we'll see a Batmite in the DC new universe going forward because he keeps bringing up Batmite.
Yes,
he's obsessed.
So was he the kind of guy that can pull off something that I've mentioned? You know, Brad Bird would have been a better Kaczynski from Top Gun Maverick, and F1 would have been a better choice for Superman. Somebody who is a extremely competent director, but would also understand the spirit of Superman, which, like, a guy who directed Top Gun Maverick gets it. That's the approach you take towards Superman, not some edgelord. He put up kind of his favorite comics, you know, and some of them were good, but they were all Grant Morrison, Tom King. You know, it's all that kind of, it's all the stuff the college kids liked. It's all the stuff the college kids, the edgy stuff. You know, that's why he's going to Damian Wayne and Batman, because that's the Grant Morrison run. You know, and they brought in some Superman writers. That's great. But they riffed on Man of Steel a little bit in that movie, but from John Byrne, which is pretty much what your imprint should have been, because John Byrne made sure to make Superman an American in that. So you know, and not some immigration bullshit. And he wasn't the guy to do it. He just wasn't. It's his worst movie. I think there is stuff he is suited for in DC and would be much better at if he'd do that, and he should have passed off Super. And it was asked in Geeks and Gamers Daily this morning, like, do you think he passes it off to somebody else? I think he should. I don't think he will. I don't think his ego will allow it. But he absolutely should. He should let somebody else write and direct it, period.
Yep.
So you got that clip?
Yep, I got it. Tell me when to pause, and I'll do it. Here we go.
I just want to get my timeline down right, because I was somewhat in the middle of this in a weird way, because I talked to Henry Cavill in the middle of when Black Adam's coming out.
Oh, good God.
Yeah. And we love Henry, of course. And
yes, he's the sweetest guy.
Sweet guy. Love him. And he has the cameo at the end. We had a big moment on stage where he thought he was coming back. We all thought he was coming back, but maybe unbeknownst to him or not, you're already writing a Superman movie, which is clearly for a younger actor. Then soon thereafter, you get the gig as the head of DCU, correct? I had this roughly right?
Yeah, that's right. Yes, correct.
So then at a certain point, you and Peter have to have that unfortunate phone call, I would imagine.
No, we sat down with him. We sat down with Henry.
So without revealing too much, I mean, what is that like to have to be the guy to tell Superman, thank you for your time, we have to go a different way now?
It's terrible.
Yeah.
So, I mean, but believe it or not, I was the day so we were dealing with trying to figure out if we could take the job at DC Studios.
Yeah.
Sorry.
He's struggling with this.
Yeah. He's trying to think of politically how to answer.
Yes.
But reminder, I was in Hall H during the Peacemaker season 2 panel, and there was a half-hearted, like, people tried to give Gunn a standing ovation when Josh Horowitz, who moderated that panel, mentioned Superman, and it was like maybe 25-30% of the audience.
That's crazy for Hall H, by the way.
The rest of people
which
did,
applauds everything.
John Cena made jokes about him not getting a standing ovation. God, I don't know where that clip is somewhere, but someone has to find that, because it was kind of embarrassing. It's like, we're not all down with this. And What I don't like about his press tour is he acts like everyone loved the movie and it's better than anything super. It's not. It's not. I don't think he's aware that it's good, and he's acting like he hit a home run. And
no.
Yeah.
If anything, he bunted the first.
Yeah.
Or it was
he got on base.
He got on base. It was an error, and it needed to be a grand slam. And for them to try to play it down publicly tells you everything you need to know. And there's no way they're like, okay, so he's trying to tell me right now, and everybody in this audience, the lovely audience, you look great today, audience. I just want to say that.
Yeah, amazing.
Beautiful. You look beautiful. That when he was writing Superman, they weren't having conversations at all about him taking over DC. Bullshit. Fucking bullshit. That is just not true. They were absolutely having conversations, and they knew where those conversations were going, and they knew it was going to be official. And he knew he was going to have to can Henry Cavill. And he knew it when that cameo came in, and when The Rock did all this shit, and the management of Warner Brothers knew it. And it's such bullshit. But let's continue.
Okay, yeah. And also, it sounds like, in a way, The Rock was trying to take over.
That's very Rock. I think Rock's ego, he thought, I'm going to be The Rock.
Yeah.
Smell what's cooking, whatever the fuck he says.
Remember when he said the balance of power in the DC universe is about to change? Wink, a brown guy will be the strongest guy. That's what he seemed to imply. It's weird. Anyways, here we go.
And we're talking to David Zaslav and all the legal people there and figuring out what our deals would be. And the day our deal closed, all of a sudden they were announcing that, that Henry was back. And I'm like, what is going on? We know what the plan is. Like we know what the plan is. The plan was to come in and do Superman.
Yeah.
So it was really unfair to him, and it was a total bummer.
Total bummer.
But there was a
you were
vacuum
totally unaware. Completely unaware. He was not aware at all. The guy who's going to be the head of DC Studios had no idea. And then if that's true, let's say if that's true, you sign a contract with the fuckers who hold that information from you? Really?
Yeah. I think Henry was given bad information. The Rock wanted it to happen. And maybe there were other people in corporate who were trying to orchestrate Cavill's return. And James Gunn wasn't in power yet. And so, I don't know, they did what they call an end around.
They did oh yeah. This shit happens in football. Corporate all the fucking time. All the time. But to say you're not aware of it, and even if you weren't, you signed a deal with these people, you're dumb. Because guess what? This is Hollywood, baby. They'll do the same to you. They'll absolutely do the same to you.
Yeah. You want to see the rest?
Let's just see the rest.
You want to hear this because they talk about meeting with Henry. So let's do it.
Time, and a lot of people were trying to be as
diplomatic as possible. There were other people that were to take on what they wanted to do with it.
They wanted to take on what they wanted to do with DC, and were trying to force their way, and it just was never a part of the equation for David Zaslav, who was the head of WBD. So we came in, and that was really unfortunate. I'm like, this poor guy. And so Peter and I, the right thing to do is to sit down with him and talk to him. Yeah. And we sat down, we talked to him. He was an absolute gentleman, a great guy about it. He said, the only thing I ask is that I'm able to reveal it myself as opposed to it coming from you guys. I'm like, that's
no, he's a class act. Always has been from the start. Yeah. Would it be
Cavill.
Too confusing to cast him in?
What's that?
Henry Cavill, class act. Yeah. Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
That's why people root for him. That's why he doesn't get roles either, because people like him.
I don't know. I miss the days of actors pushing back in a good way. The one thing Cavill, I know he did, what you hear about him is he'll push back on stuff. Well, I mean, he did on The Witcher. They didn't listen, and everything he was saying, of course, was right.
I do too. And I would say, especially with The Witcher, he had the juice to push back, and they should have, like, Netflix should have listened. Netflix is fucking retarded,
Right.
and for letting him go. And once that controversy started, they should have fired Lauren Hisrich Smith immediately and brought in somebody new.
Yeah.
Absolutely brought in some, but they sided with her, and now, when's season 4 and 5, which is actually just season 4 split into 2. When's it coming out?
Right. Who knows? I don't know. I mean, look, there are cases of actors who are dimwits who push back, but I mean, Harrison Ford famously always pushed back against George.
Yep.
And, the famous line, "I love you, I know," from Empire, that's Harrison Ford came up with that. So that when actors push back, it's a film is a collaborative medium. It's a team sport.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. And now, going to digital this soon will affect the box office. Now, will it totally affect it? No, because freaking Jurassic World, the 7th dinosaur movie, is on PVOD, and it just hit 800 million, but that is down from the previous movie. But I guarantee you the studio went, we got $800 million out of the 7th dinosaur movie. Shit. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. And Superman and Fantastic Four got soundly beat by the 7th dinosaur movie. That's the state of things, and it sucks. I wanted a great Superman movie. That's all I said all fucking years. That's all I wanted.
Yeah.
And we didn't get it. And it's performing the way it should, pretty much. Probably a little overperforming domestically, and that's better for them because the profits are better. But as far as making their money back, okay, they what did Az say? They made the profit of a plumber in Leeds, the annual salary of a plumber in Leeds. Like $85,000, because that's how much Ant-Man Quantumania profited, $85,000. Spending millions to make tens of thousands. That's Hollywood, baby. So what's the matter you for $20 says, my local theater does way back Wednesdays. Ooh, I like that. Pack showings for the Goonies, Blazing Saddles, etc. My kids love these. My husband and I went to the Naked Gun 2025 at the same theater last weekend. Empty theater. Yeah. Theaters are going to, I don't think it's much to get these old movies to replay them. I don't think it's much at all. And that could be almost pure profit. And I would be stuffing my theaters, my individual theaters with these all the time. All the time. The problem is the deals they make with distributors is the movies have to be in theaters a certain amount of time if they're performing a certain amount, as far as I know. So they're locked into contracts, and Disney's the worst. Disney's like absolutely the worst. Thankfully for theaters, F1 is back in IMAX. So the Fantastic Four is gone. You can go watch F1 in IMAX, and I can't wait to go back. Price of Reason for $20. What's up, brother? Says James Gunn is not a good executive. Also, he's only a good fit for the ensemble movies. You are correct. His Superman was divisive and didn't have broad appeal. Even Man of Steel, with its flaws, was more well-received. First Donner movie is still the best. Absolutely. The first Man of Steel movie, like it or not, definitely had Christopher Nolan's fingerprints on it. He was actively involved in that movie. Yeah. And you notice the difference when Batman versus Superman came around, which his name was on it, but he had nothing to do with it. You could see Chris Nolan in that Zack Snyder movie. So much so, I used to know back in the day when I worked in Hollywood, I used to know somebody who worked on Zack Snyder's crew. And Zack Snyder is pretty loyal to his crew. He always had the same kind of people helping him out. Chris Nolan said no to him on Man of Steel and handpicked a lot of those people that he worked with. So not everybody, but a lot, because he was complaining. He's like, man, I wanted to work on Superman. I can't work on Superman. So, just go watch Donner Superman. I think, when it's all said and done in about a year, tunes will change. We'll see how time is. I mean, I have no idea. I think it's a troll, but one guy put up on Twitter. No, it's Luis Fernandez. I think put up that I don't know when Supergirl's coming out. I have no idea, but said something to the effect of Supergirl's looking to beat Spider-Man in July, which has to be a troll.
That's a troll.
That
There's
is a
no
troll.
way. Yeah, there's no way.
As a troll for engagement, and good for you for doing it. But Spider-Man has great potential to make more than Supergirl and Superman combined.
Right, yeah.
Combined. And as I got to give him credit, he's predicting, he's going out on a limb and saying it's going to make more than Doomsday. I think Spider-Man's going to make a lot of money. You got Spider-Man in his normal costume, now in his normal setting. They did the stupid reverse origin thing, but now he is Spider-Man on his own, using his own mind and his own resources, which is what Spider-Man's supposed to be. He's not some spider boy. He's not some fucking sidekick to Iron Man. He's Spider-Man. And again, the costume looks great, like absolutely perfect.
Best costume.
And he's taking on John Bernthal's Punisher, which is cool. Mark Ruffalo Hulk, not so cool, but it's going to be Savage Hulk again. So there's at least that. And hopefully there's the rumor, I think a lot of people are predicting the Jackal's going to be the villain, and I am so down with that. Like that, because then you could introduce the clone. That would be fucking awesome. I don't think they will, but you can introduce a clone. I might be the only one who likes that, but no, I know Yellow Flash will be with me because Ben Reilly. We love fucking Ben Reilly. But yeah, I think outside of Spider-Man and Batman, these things aren't going to blow up, and now we have the whole cope of the $800 million movie is the new $1 billion movie. Now I have an Asian here, so I can do some math. Is $800 million $1 billion?
No.
Okay, thank you. I think it's still $800 million. But if you're saying it's the new success, well, it depends on the budget. It really does. And Chris mentioned it earlier. You got to bring these budgets down. There's still a market for superhero movies, but it's shrunk.
There is a new market cap.
Yep.
Market cap used to be $1 billion-ish, $1 billion plus. Now it's 500 plus. That's what you can expect. And if you're an accountant, I guarantee an accountant made that decision about Superman. If we bring it out while it's still in theaters, we're going to do much better on digital. Like the numbers show. It's just they did some AI, ran a program. Here's how much we make on, and they make a lot on VOD.
They do. And they need to, because if Zaslav was smart, God dang it, hang on. Sorry. Stop. Okay.
Okay.
It's still kind of there.
Oh no.
Read a super chat, X-Ray Girl. Bad cable.
Okay. We have here Brett for $2 says Chris Gore happened to the movies that made us season 4, or maybe what happened?
Oh, Chris Gore, what happened to the movies that made us season 4?
I don't know. That's the Nacelle company, and they've been putting all of their episodes on YouTube. Look up Nacelle, like a nacelle in Star Trek, Nacelle. Look them up. All their episodes. I don't know about season 4. They had a booth at Comic-Con. I know nothing of that, but that would be great. The movies that made us. Yep. I saw that after I watched Alien Earth. There's a documentary about the 50th anniversary of Jaws. Gary, it's freaking phenomenal. Spielberg is 27 years old when he made that movie. It was like the convergence of everything going wrong and then the things that matter going right. Great documentary. Strongly recommend. After I watched Alien Earth.
Yeah. So let's briefly talk about the impact this has on theaters, because they do make money on video on demand. They do. But the problem is, and what I was about to say was, if David Zaslav was smart, and he can be smart sometimes, I wouldn't put it on HBO. I'd license that thing to everybody. I'd say, let's put it up for Netflix or something like that. And that way you could make more money on your movie. But if it goes to HBO, they'll do the shenanigans of, we'll pay ourselves. But no, they don't make any money off of that. So you had to. That's probably why they brought it to pay-per-view in 35 days. That is horrible for the theaters. Yeah, absolutely horrible. And what's extra horrible is we have 2 months of nothing. Absolutely nothing. Nothing that is a tentpole. Outside of Tron Ares, there is no like big budgeted movie. There's a bunch of there's some, like, honestly, there's some movies this like August is probably going to be a better month for me for movies because Nobody 2 is coming out, and I loved Weapons. So, but after that, there's nothing. There's some horror movies,
It's all Oscar contenders or films trying to get in the Oscar race. There's a really good, weird movie called Rental Family with the guy from The Mummy, Brendan Fraser, won an Oscar.
Yeah, dude, I've never heard of it. It's not going to make any. It's not going to help theaters. So
it's an Oscar thing. It's coming out in November.
If theaters were like flooded with stuff like Nobody 2 and some lower budget horror movies where you're getting like 2 or 3 a weekend for the next 2 months, they'd probably be okay. But they don't even have that. The next big movie I'm looking forward to is Tron Ares, and that's in 2 months.
Well, there's a thing you probably already know about, K-pop Demon Hunter, which I know that
I love it so much.
I love it. It's coming to theaters.
Are you gonna go to the sing along?
I can't imagine why. I tried, guys.
It's okay. It's not for you. It's fine.
It's so good. It's so fun. If I love it. I love it. So August 23rd and 24th, it's coming to theaters just for a weekend. There's a special website about it with the theater.
I've tried 2 times to sit. I can't get through fucking 5 minutes of it, dude.
It's so good if you stick with it, the characters. So just Google it. K-pop
I can't imagine why this isn't for me. I don't listen. I don't have daughters. I like Melissa would probably love it, but I don't like K-pop. I don't like K-pop. If it was demons hunting K-poppers, I might like it more.
But it's part of it is that. I mean, it's all the lore. If you know K-pop bands like BTS, Blackpink, among others, so that world, it's fun. No. Even the fans are a big part of it. I watched it twice. It's awesome.
I am happy
for
you.
Rewatch too.
I am super happy for you. Have fun, guys.
It's gonna get an Oscar nomination, and it'll probably be released in theaters more. It's nearly sold out, at least where I am.
Well, good for K-pop fans.
Yeah. So what?
Nothing.
It's just like
it's just not for me.
I'm movie on Netflix.
I believe it. I absolutely believe it. I believe people love it, and I'm glad you love it. No. I don't like pop music, much less K-pop music, okay?
Well, I mean, I think
I don't. It's like pencils in my ears. No.
I wonder what Baller would think of this. But with regard to the songs, the phenomenon that this is the new Frozen. But I think it's more broad than Frozen.
I think it's more relatable for sure. Because the music isn't as annoying as Frozen's music.
Right. It's not as annoying. It's So I loved it. I love the characters.
Outstanding. That's great.
Okay.
But, all right. Is it going to save theaters?
It's
not for a weekend. No.
Yeah.
No, it's not going to save. So theaters have 2 months of a drought. It'll get picked up at the end. I think Wicked's coming out and Avatar's coming out. But that's 2 movies. What big movies outside of Wicked and Avatar are coming out at the end of the year, Chris?
They're not. That's it. I mean, all the other stuff are Oscar and serious movies.
Running Man, maybe. Probably.
Running Man will probably do relatively well. I'm curious about it. Edgar Wright is directing
Avatar.
it.
Is there?
Avatar comes out like the last 2 weeks of the year.
Yeah, there's not any big. I don't think Tron will be that big, but
no. So we got Tron Ares, the 4th, and I love Tron Legacy, the 3rd Tron movie. And then we have another remake in Running Man. We have a 3rd Avatar movie. Wicked's Part 2. Conjuring will probably do fine, because but it's not going to make $1 billion at the box office. It's not good. There's better shit on streaming coming out towards the end of the year. Way better stuff on streaming.
I agree.
Dude, we got 3 months in a row. We got Tulsa King, Merrick, Kingstown, Landman. Landman comes out in December. And we got Stranger Things coming out in December. There's tons of streaming shit coming out. Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein comes out in December on Netflix.
Alien Earth is.
We'll talk. You want to talk about Alien Earth?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's get it over with, Gary.
All right, we're gonna. Okay, there will be spoilers, but there's nothing really to spoil other than the setup, because that's all it was a setup. So yeah, we have another Alien. Oh, there's a Predator movie coming out. There's a Predator movie coming out in a couple months too. So we've dipped into the Alien franchise again because Alien Romulus, which was the best thing since Aliens, has now been completely forgotten because now this is the best thing since Aliens, or at least the video game that people talk about. Alien Romulus, to me, was a greatest hits album done by a cover band poorly. I didn't think it was a very good movie at all. I thought the sets looked great. The directing was good. And it repeated the same things. It was just a redo. It was just a redo. With Alien Earth, they literally copy scene for scene, aperture for aperture, fucking Alien in the beginning.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that with the pilot helmets talking to each other, computer language, the way they all woke up, the way they had breakfast, they had the sort of racial mix of the people. It was weird. It was like AI. It was like a remix of the first Alien. Then it gets to the thing that was kind of interesting. The kid, you meet this young girl who's she's dying. And they'll transfer her body into an adult synthetic body that can't die and has strength. Well, super strength.
We don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves on that.
You want to? Oh, sorry. Okay.
So
yeah, I'm getting.
Alien Earth introduces things we have not seen in Alien before. So it introduces some fascinating ideas that I am completely down with. I've been waiting for them to come to Earth. They introduce other alien species. There's different types of synthetics. So there's hybrids, synthetics, and cyborgs. And it almost feels like Ridley Scott executive produced this. I don't know how much he's got, but Ridley's always wanted to connect. And I think fans have, and I have wanted to connect Blade Runner with Alien. They're kind of in the same world. They might not really cross, but they're kind of in the same world. And I'm completely down with that if it's done right. But they introduce so many of these ideas and they do nothing, absolutely nothing with them. Zero. They still might because it's Mystery Box, right? So this is 100% Mystery Box. It's an 8-episode series. The 2 episodes are almost clock in at 2.5 hours. They're long. They're fucking long. And there's about 15 minutes of story, and they gloss past all the interesting shit. Every time they introduce something fucking interesting, I'm like, yes. And then where'd it go? Bring it back.
I like the idea of children in adult-sized bodies. It reminds me of current day adults.
It does.
A certain sect of current day adults. I don't know if there was any commentary on that.
No, it's Noah Hawley, dude. Okay, so this is going to be, if you want to look for commentary, they'll be at the opposite end.
Right.
I like Noah Hawley. I think he's done good with Fargo. I thought the first 2 seasons of Legion were great, but season 3 was shit. And this is season 3 Noah Hawley of Legion.
Yeah.
This is, yes. So they stuff 12-year-old kids into adult bodies in a Disney product. So the reason they do that is because their minds are more malleable. An adult mind will not transfer. So they get a bunch of kids who are dying of diseases or permanently disabled. They sign a deal with so there's 5 corporations. We find this out through the worst kind of exposition in the beginning of that crew.
Text.
We get it through text, and we get it through he doesn't know his social studies. So there is Prodigy, there is Wayland Yutani, there is this and that, and da-da-da-da. And there's a lot of text exposition. There's a lot of spoken exposition, unnatural spoken exposition, telling the viewer stuff that the character in world should already fucking know. There's no way they shouldn't know that. When the guy wants to expel the 5 specimens on the ship, the engineer, in the first crew. The cyborg has to remind him that's your mission. That's the reason you're here. And then he explains the mission, and it's like, you just said that's the mission. You just explained the mission to the people who are on the end of their mission. Like, you don't need to say this. It's so dumb. And it's stuff like that. And we get to know this crew. As a matter of fact, the character we get to know the most is creepy Asian dude who likes to watch people sleep. We don't get, outside of Wendy, very heavy-handed there, we get no characterization, and we don't get any on Wendy either, but we get no characterization. We don't know anybody's name. It's a bunch of people I don't know or care about talking to each other and then eventually dying. And they spend so much time on this. They sacrifice characterization over plot. It is plot. And I don't know who the fuck anybody is, and I don't care about anybody. I just hope the alien kills them all. And what's more frustrating about this is because they introduced that idea that Chris was talking about. So we're talking about the nature of consciousness. We are having a sick child, a desperate father, and we only assume this because we're told, we're not shown, serves up his sick daughter to a corporation for an experiment. And that experiment is transferring her consciousness into an adult body of a very skinny, Amelie-looking super soldier robot with fucking superpowers and spider sense and all that stuff. Is she dead? Is she copied? What's the nature of consciousness? Does she have a soul? These are all things you can explore throughout the entire series. Not a fucking word about it. They just transfer it and move on. I'm like, this is why you make TV series, Chris, to explore stuff like this thoroughly. And it's just like, nah, it's done. And it's like, whoa, wait a minute.
Because you have the screen time. You ever read that essay about how transporters work in Star Trek?
Yes.
And how
yes.
You're actually killed, and a copy of you, an exact copy at the moment you were killed, is transported to the other planet. You're not actually, it's not you going there. It's a precise, and it's a great essay. It's really, I love that kind of overthinking when it comes to ideas in sci-fi.
And
That's
Star Trek,
I love it.
Star Trek doesn't see it that way because it's a very scientific approach, and there is no such thing as a soul. I mean, that's pretty much been the cope of it. So we don't explore that. Maybe we will in the next 6 episodes, but man, they had plenty of time to explore it in these first 2 episodes because there was so much walking around fucking hallways slowly, doing nothing, doing absolutely fucking nothing. And then alien goes, rah, and that's it. I
almost feel like the Xenomorph was a guest star in another sci-fi show.
Oh, this is about robots. It's about robots. It's not about the alien.
It's robots, corporate politics on Earth, like Yutani. We get it all takes place on an island. All the Peter Pan references with Neverland and the Lost Boys.
So it is Peter Pan. There's Captain Hook. The crocodile is supposed to be the Xenomorph. The main character's name is Wendy. And I guess I didn't catch any characters' names, so I guess the other nicknames are all the other Peter Pan characters.
The nicknames are like Smee.
They have a Mark Zuckerberg bad guy, tech guy, who's played just like Jesse Eisenberg plays Luthor in Batman versus Superman, which is fucking annoying. Who's reading to them out of Peter Pan. They're showing Peter Pan graphics everywhere. I got it. It's about Peter Pan. I got it. And dude, the editing, he tried to do this. I figured this out. I'm like, where have I seen this before? Oh, he's trying to do Coppola. So it's double exposure editing. So while somebody's thinking of something, you see the thing they're thinking of. Lynch does this a little bit too. But see, Lynch, Coppola, not Noah Hawley. Okay.
Yeah.
So, and it's this like double exposure thing, and it's just off-putting. The editing is off-putting. If you're going to do like, hey, we're going to try to make a Ridley Scott alien thing, try to shoot it like Ridley Scott would. At least try.
Yeah.
Who's more deliberate, really good with lighting. The worst part is, again, it's boring, and all the stuff they introduced, they could have dealt with in these first 2 episodes. They had plenty of time to at least plant the seeds and go, and they didn't because they were walking around doing everybody in universe is dumb. That's the most frustrating thing. The characters in universe are just making stupid decisions. So a Weyland-Yutani ship that we were introduced to before crashes on purpose on the Earth. The cyborg is in control. He sacrifices the crew. That acting was terrible with that lady at the door. She's like, please help me. Please help me. And it crashes into a prodigy island. So, what's the character's name? The Zuckerberg. It's Boy something. His first name is Boy.
I'll find.
Yeah. So they crash into his island, his proprietary island. By the way, when the ship crashes, I guess Earth doesn't have any early warning systems of any kind, any satellites, any tracking, because everybody's freaking surprised that this ship is like, oh, what's this ship about to do? Man, it looks like it's
Boy Cavalier.
Boy Cavalier is the main bad guy's name. He's going to be the bad guy. And they're like, oh, wow, look at that ship. It's going to crash. Wow. So it crashes. So a security team goes in. They don't really establish they're incompetent, but they're incompetent. What they don't do is ever call for backup, ever call for a hazmat team. They've heard of aliens. Oh, and by the way, all of this happens before Alien, after Covenant, before Alien, which presents problems, Chris, because if you introduce any ideas or tech that never gets mentioned again in the next movies, that's kind of a problem. So now we have a xenomorph on Earth before the Alien movie. Now, I thought, well, if it's a remote island or something like that, okay. No, they crash in the middle of a fucking city. Populated city. Number 2, we have a bunch of crazy tech now. We have a cyborg that's got a saw arm and can fucking weld shit. Oh, and has a stun gun that can stun an alien. There's other alien species. And one of them's pretty cool, the little eyeball tentacle thing.
That was cool.
Very cool. Very cool.
Creepy.
So that again, the sets look great. The effects are great. All it looks fantastic. Everybody's dumb. Everybody's just so dumb. So they don't call for backup. They're going into dangerous places. They're obviously overmatched. There's like 10 people in 2 giant buildings on a giant spaceship, half the size of a Star Destroyer. Just walking around trying to find this proprietary stuff. Trying to figure out what it is. And Weyland-Yutani wants to get it off the ship in secret. And they were willing to sacrifice the crew, and they're willing to sacrifice the city and all this shit to do it. But you know what stops them? Lawyers. Lawyers stops them.
Yeah.
Boy, whatever his fuck name, finds out, calls, and threatens to sue them. So that stops Yutani from... Weyland-Yutani would just send a couple of ships in there and fucking take it. But
I think they will.
And they think they eventually will, but that stops them. So we're running around hallways. But the dumbest thing is these 12-year-old kids are put into adult bodies who are super intelligent. They're programmed with intelligence. Their emotions don't work the same because there's no serotonin or anything. So they're programmed emotions and they're down, but they still act like 12-year-olds. They still have the wisdom of 12-year-olds. Decide, hey, we want to go to that ship and go to the wreckage and save everybody. Because Wendy wants to save her brother who's a medic, who she's been spying on. By the way, Wendy can control tech with her mind that she's in proximity with. Just control it. Oh, she can also jump off a cliff at 150 feet and on beach sand and just land on it like Legolas would land on snow.
Yeah,
just no impact. It was weird. Yeah. And they're 12-year-olds. They have no experience. And they're like, we should go in there. And the guy goes, yeah. So you just invented immortality. And these are the first specimens of immortality. And you're just going to let them go and take on whatever with no fucking experience and not send in Marines or anything. So she grabs a sword, like a little sword, and puts it on her back, which was like, what the fuck? And then she goes in and she reconnects with her brother. And it's, again... When she reconnects with her brother after he fights a xenomorph, that scene with the French aristocrats, that
was
real subtle.
That was so lame. It was weird. So I got confused. Are they in the ship or in a building that was affected by the ship crash?
They're the building. They're not in the ship yet. They're in the building that
parts of the ship. Things from the ship have escaped.
It's exposed. So all those aliens that are on board could escape. So a xenomorph could easily escape. And once it's over. Now they're on an island, but xenomorphs can swim.
Right. I was confused and those French dressed, they were having some party. How would they not know their building was just hit by a ship?
Yeah.
How would they not know that? There's so many things that were dumb that pissed me off. And also the brother, he looked like Steve Rogers before he took the super.
Yeah, he's such a scrawny. Everybody's scrawny. Everybody's skinny and scrawny. The security team is like, they look like an IT team. Yeah. So none of it's threatening. There's no presence of the characters. We don't know their names. They're all going to be fodder. They're all red shirts anyway. But our main characters, the best point of like, here's great potential to develop both characters. Wendy and her brother, when they finally meet, the last time he saw his sister, she was a little child with cancer and she was dead. He went to her funeral and he's got some adult robot woman going, I'm your sister. And he reacts normally like, what the fuck are you talking about? Right. So instead of going a whole season of like, okay, you're walking around talking like my sister and acting like my sister, and my dad served up my sister to some corporation to put her consciousness in a robot. Fuck you. I'd want to kill you all. You're a monster. You're an abomination. Nah. We couldn't have. And then maybe eventually, by episode 8, he's all, no, you're my sister. After they get to know each other and he bonds with her and he makes some peace with himself. Nope. What they do is they just wrap it up immediately. He's all, what did you say to me on Christmas and whatever? And she goes, so she says something like, my big toe. I still don't think my big toe is a thumb or some stupid shit.
It is the dumbest line. Yeah. It made me go, what?
And then the music builds up and they hug and that's it. And you're like, what?
Yeah. It's bad.
Really? And then Timothy Oliphant is in it and he's great, but like he goes on these rants that are like just out of nowhere, dude. He's like sitting with the 12-year-old girl and he goes, did you know you used to be food? It's like, what? What are you talking about? And he goes, and he talks about, and it's supposed to be, there's always something higher in the food chain. It's supposed to be the alien is higher on the food chain, is a predator, blah, 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 whatever. And he explains it, but it's so out of nowhere. So they basically spend the whole time running around the building. They finally call for backup. And in the end, they find some alien eggs. The worst line in it of them all, Chris, was when the brother's trapped in the elevator and he finally calls for backup after he gets attacked by the alien. And he's all, I was attacked. This creature, it's a creature. It came after me. Oh, yeah, she tried to kill me. And I'm like, how in the fuck did you know it's a she? It's a fucking xenomorph. You call it it. You would call it it. But they had to do that to let you know that it laid eggs later. He got the xenomorph's pronouns right.
Yeah.
He got the xenomorph's pronouns right. It was a she. It's like, oh, fuck off. So the dialogue is incredibly dumb. It's incredibly dumb. And it's just more slop. But it looks pretty. It looks pretty. And it's like, God, this year, man. And like, I had like low expectations, but I'm like, Noah Hawley's written some good stuff before. This should at least be competent. And it wasn't, like, at all, in my opinion.
Yeah, I was disappointed. And like I said, I think the Xenomorph is like a guest star on a different sci-fi show. That you're right. Like the fact that the sister and brother reunite over the tow line was so stupid. I thought it was laughable. They just he should have not trusted her for like a long time.
You still have to work together, but you don't trust each other. Right.
Right.
And again,
that's fine.
They can circle back to that maybe, but that takes away the impact. And they could deal with all this stuff later because it's mystery box. So, I mean, I'm going to keep watching it. It's not the worst thing I've ever seen, but the dialogue's pretty bad.
It's bad.
It's bad.
Yeah.
And it feels like to me that Noah Hawley was crunching for an idea for this Alien series he was given because he's a fan. And it's like crunching for an exam, and you just like last minute just go, fuck it, I'm gonna imprint Peter Pan on this.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cinema.
I didn't mind the Peter Pan stuff. It was a good way to start, but it's so forced. Like, you don't need to force it. I get it. But I did like the sort of, children in adult bodies, kind of almost I may or may not be a commentary on Gen Z. So.
I doubt it.
I doubt it.
I doubt it. I think it's a great potential to be creepy. So we'll see if any of these children in adult bodies develop. I don't know if they're fully functional androids, if they develop relationships with adults. I think something a little creepy about it. If they don't go there, that's fine. There is some twat on fucking Twitter saying it's queer coded. Stop seeing everything like that. They're really they're talking about immortality and the nature of immortality. They do it in a really shallow way, but that's what they're talking about. And it's something that's really interesting. I don't know how interesting it is in an alien show, but it's something that's interesting. I did watch some behind the scenes, and the message of this show is, do humans deserve to live?
Really?
Yep.
I didn't get that at all.
That's I watched they did a bunch of trailers, and Noah Hawley said, yeah, we're going to be talking about the synths and then the aliens, and then do the humans deserve to live? And so far, all the humans pretty much in the show are pieces of shit.
Right. Yeah.
Or how about that one line where she's on the chair and she's talking to the tech guy, and she goes, Wendy, the 12-year-old in a robot body, going, why haven't you had any kids? And he answers, I have a low sperm count. Why would you fucking say that to a 12-year-old kid?
Right.
Or would you say that to anybody?
And then she says sperm.
Yep.
Like, what? What was the point?
It was weird. It was weird. It was fucking weird. That's Hollywood for you. Yeah. I didn't like it.
Yeah, I neither did I. I wanted to. I was like, okay, interesting. I thought the beginning is very derivative, but when it got to the Wendy stuff, I thought, interesting idea. And then they gloss over it.
I was watching it with Mahler. He's all, they shot Mother the same fucking way. There's reflections in the visor. What?
It was such a ripoff. Like I say, a remix. It's like AI. It's like human-driven AI, because AI is a remix of whatever data it's fed. Yeah. That's what we're getting now in franchises. It's all just a remix or greatest hits.
It's right? Human AI. Human AI. That's what it is. It is just, we're going to imprint something on something that's been done, redo it again. Here's the slop.
Yep.
Oh, it's frustrating. I hate modern writing. I just do. Even like people who are capable of it have just regressed. That's why it's so fucking refreshing when we get something like Mobland and Weapons.
Yeah.
And I want to circle back to simplicity, the simplicity of storytelling. So many people are like, well, we're past the Western and the mob story and the action. We need to do something new. It's like, no. You need to go back to basics, because there are basic stories, a mob story, a Western story, an action movie that you can do infinite variations on. And you know where you get the quality in those infinite variations? Focusing on character development and not fucking plot. Getting the right actor playing the right character that you genuinely care about, that you can, identify with on a human level, Hollywood, not just fucking surface skin, where you put your dick or whatever. No, it's on the human level. And that's how you tell a story. There's only so many stories out there. It's just different variations of them. And they've completely lost the plot on that. That's why, Weapons to me felt like an episode of Tales from the Dark Side, like a really fucking good one. And my God, do we miss horror anthology shows where we got some of the best writing ever? Twilight Zone is the best written show ever. like
So
ever.
good.
And that's what Star Trek used to be. It was situations, putting our characters that we care about in situations and not worrying about overall plot all the time. I like overall plot too when you sprinkle it in, but some of the best episodes are one-offs, and that's what you need to remember. A movie's a one-off. So if you go back to simple storytelling, Mobland is just a mob story.
Yep.
But it's a mob story with compelling characters. So that's why we give it, and it's well cast too.
But I just felt the way it progressed, it was, and then, and then, and then, rather than therefore, the whole Matt Stone, Trey Parker way of telling stories, how they map out a story.
How many streaming shows are and then? It's like most of them.
Most are. And this one
and
is.
Then. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. You're right. So we need to like not worry about, well, for one, complaining about redoing another action movie while like not complaining about the fucking 18th Alien thing or the 18th Predator thing. And then like with the Alien thing, again, we have another fucking skinny brunette up against an alien.
Right.
Like, give us something fucking different.
Yeah.
Charles Voos for $10 says, Gary, I think it was on the Real BBC recently. You brought up how the meth scene is portrayed in Breaking Bad. How does the Salton Sea stack up? Well, what does that get right and wrong? Well, with both meth scenes in Breaking Bad and Salton Sea, it is definitely trumped up for Hollywood. And, as they really get the grossness of it. I'm struggling to find a word. But they still like amp it up. It's Salton Sea gets the darkness of the meth of people who are on meth, of that scene. It's not a scene of that, whatever that realm. The drug culture. It really gets it. Like it taps into the darkness to the point where I feel it. Like it reminds me of it. It is addiction is the closest thing that we'll ever really know outside, unless you believe that stuff, to possession and being a thrall, being a slave to something that you have no fucking power over. And it really gets that stuff right. It does. And the chaos of it, the other darkness and chaos and insanity of it. Both of them get it right. Just, Hollywooded up a little bit. Gary, is Sin City a 10 out of 10 movie in your opinion? Yes. Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Panel for panel on the comic. Needs to be in 4K. Nerdrotic, get your butt to Dragon Con. William Shatner will be there this year. I hear Chris Gore is there too. He's there every year. Jay Price for $5.
I'm there. I can't wait. And I'm doing a ton of panels.
William Shatner blocked me on Twitter.
Why? What
I don't know. I've never added the guy. I think it was chain block. Yeah, I've never added him other than positive, saying you're my captain, stuff like that. But I probably got caught up in a chain block.
Here's my panel schedule is kind of insane. So, yeah, it's gonna be nuts. I can't wait.
Busy.
You need to go, Gary. You need to go.
When is it?
It's
2 weeks.
Last weekend of August.
Oh, it's 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It's in Atlanta.
It's in Atlanta.
I fucking hate Atlanta, dude.
It's humid. It's very hot and humid.
I just hate the city. I hate the fucking city. I mean, I hate all cities, but I particularly hate that one. It's got a shitty airport. People drive like fucking retards there. Yeah. But I might go. I just won't go outside the hotel. I'll just go to the con and back to the hotel.
Stay in the hotel. You don't need to leave. So there you go. That's my panels.
Nothing wrong with Georgia, just fucking Atlanta. No way. That's a lot of panels.
Yeah.
That's a lot of panels. Went to see Weapons on Monday, and I absolutely loved it. So many hidden meanings and show not tell moments throughout the film which I feel has been missing in movies lately. Nick, you are right. It is one like prime to discuss. Like my wife and I, Mel and I discussed it for like an hour afterwards. You know, that's rare. I was super happy when I walked out of that movie. I was like, I had a smile on my face, even though, you know, somebody gets ripped apart in it. I was like, they really had it coming.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they really had
that was great.
That was good. That was good. Very sad. I know people, I love the ending. I freaking love the ending.
I loved it. The audience I was with was laughing.
I was laughing my ass off.
Same.
I was in DC and that's where I saw it, and packed crowd.
That might be tough to explain, but the tension is built up. It is tension and tension and tension and more tension and more tension and more tension. But they fucking tell you like what did that to the kids.
Yeah.
And then they build that thing up. What did that to the kids? And then the ending is truly funny. But then the very ending, it doesn't like wrap up in a bow at all. It's tragic.
Yeah.
It's tragic. But that ending, man, you're like everybody was laughing and it doesn't take you out of the movie at all.
No, yeah, it was like a tension relief.
Yep. JB24 for 5 Canadian pesos. Spider-Man Brand New Day has 2 actors other than Sadie with roles yet to be named. Which do you think will be the Jackal? Melanie Scrofano or the Jackal should be a dude. I did hear female villain though, so if they make the Jackal a girl, that'd be stupid. That would be stupid. But they're keeping the villain. They're keeping secret because the guy who told me about Punisher and Hulk, we asked on the show last week. We're like, who's the villain? And he said, not going to tell. Remember, Chris?
Yes. Oh yeah. No. Yeah.
Just subbed to Paramount Plus for Star Trek and Mobland. Don't sign. Well, for old Star Trek, okay. Don't watch any of the new Star Trek. It's so damn good. I think you, Mahler, and Chris should drop a recap of season 1 before reviewing season 2. I will. We will. We're going to fully review season 2. You know, we could have done that on Real BBC but he dragged his fucking feet watching it. Thunderstorm for $9.99. Sony has a hand in Spider-Man to keep the woke away to make good films as always. Sony can be woke. Sony can be woke. If the Jackal's a chick, I'm going to be pissed. Hughley for $5. Have you thought about doing a Nerdrotic Recommends video series for comic book series? Be curious to hear your thoughts on Harrow County and Uber. I'll talk about them on live streams. I have a comic dedicated live streams. I'll happily talk about it then, and then maybe we can clip it out. But the thing is, I'm not reading anything new outside of a couple of Titan titles and Mark Miller's stuff. I recommend the Transformers, but everybody has. I was way late to that party. I highly, it's the best comic I've read out there. Mark Miller's stuff is all fucking good. And Conan, I still like Conan. The Elric stuff is okay. The newer stuff is okay. You know what I am liking? The new Heavy Metal. They're back.
New magazine?
They're back. They're back. So they got taken over by a woke retard. A true heavy metal fan brought it back, crowdfunded it, and they're printing the magazine again. And I mean, just like with all heavy metal, not every story is great, but man, it's mostly really good. And they're putting fucking tits and ass on the cover again. It is heavy metal.
Good. Kind of like all the Sydney Sweeney stuff.
Yep.
Although, have you seen, Gary, this inspired by Sydney Sweeney? Have you seen this video that dropped?
I haven't seen this video that's inspired by Sydney Sweeney, Chris.
You should
I am
watch
curious. Man, I should have put it in my video from yesterday.
Yeah, well, here, you should watch this. It's really quick. You might know who this is.
Whether I'm exploring the great outdoors, lounging around Eagle's Nest, or invading
It's
Poland,
an accent. Oh,
I'll make sure I'm wearing American Eagle jeans.
Oh my
Most comfortable jeans I've ever worn. And they make my hinterlands look amazing. So, if you want to buy these jeans,
Oh my
go
God.
right ahead. I'm not going to stop you. Unless you're a Jew or a gay.
Adolf Hitler has great genes. Genes. Get it?
Oh my God.
Oh, it's from the Babylon Bee. So.
Oh my
There you
God.
go. But I could see Hitler doing that ad. I could see him doing
sure.
it. Why not? Oh my God.
Oh,
Babylon Bee.
Babylon Bee.
We saw it in we saw Seth Dillon actually at that YAF thing we went to, Young Americans Americans Foundation. It was great. Hung out with Drinker on the last weekend and Alan. We got a tour of the Capitol. We didn't storm it. We actually got tickets.
I'm disappointed in all of you, and you didn't steal the Declaration of Independence.
We didn't steal anything.
Pussies.
It was it was great.
I was supposed to go. I was supposed to go.
Dude, it was epic.
I was supposed to go, and I got sick for like 10 days, and I got way behind on work and other stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And we were not a victim of crime.
That's good.
The other thing that happened, we survived, and we walked all over DC. It's great.
I have a prediction. Doomsday will lose money, says Arian, for 40 yen. It might. I mean, this Doomsday could easily be a $600 million movie.
Yeah.
Easily. If you're making it up as you go, you have 30,000 actors in it. Like, I can't see them getting this out next December.
I feel like they are
a year from December.
Their thinking is all these cameos are good. You know, the comic fans love the Patrick Stewart, Professor X, and all the different characters that are returning. James Marsden as Cyclops. I think they misinterpret that. That may be a turnoff. It may be again like Feige was talking about. We don't want to make it like it's homework. You got to have knowledge of all this stuff to have it mean anything. So I think in the end, it's almost overwhelming. It worked in Endgame, although I freaking I've always hated Chris Evans' delivery of assemble. He whispers it. It's just like, okay, you built up to all these movies to say that line, and I thought it was the wrong choice.
Well, I know. Everybody's like, what did he say? What did he say?
Yeah. Like, wait.
That'd be a good skit. That's a good skit. It's like, did he say, what did he say? Resemble?
Cap, what are you talking
Avengers
about?
resemble?
Avengers assemble. Like, what? I remember, like, that's dumb. It's got to be assemble. Like freaking you're trying to talk to the guys in the back. Like, anyway, but all I'm saying is, I think all these cameos they think are a plus are actually going to be like, I'll see it when it's on streaming. I'm good. Like there's no build up. You guys talked about it yesterday.
Yep.
What is the build up to this story?
Who are the Avengers?
Well, there's different teams.
Anak Maman reviews and rants for $5 says, Chris, I love K-pop Demon Hunters. It's great. Gary, have fun being gay.
Again, like RRR, something we will praise up and down.
I'll watch RRR before K-pop Demon Hunters.
They're both on Netflix. But I bet Mahler would like K-pop Demon Hunter. I'm curious what he thinks.
Mahler can watch it 10 times and tell me to watch it 10 times. I ain't gonna watch it. I don't like. So Southeastern Kaiju for $5 says, Gary, I'm older, less a K-pop fan than you. No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. Because you watched it and I didn't. So that proves you're more of a K-pop fan than me, buddy. But love the damn movie. It's authentic, funny, and really well made. First RRR, now KPDH. Oh my God, don't make me say that.
K-pop Demon Hunters.
I know, but don't make me say KPD.
Sorry.
A trend? Yes. It's okay to be gay. It's fine. It's okay. I'm just kidding.
RRR. Oh my God.
It's. I'm glad you guys like it. I'm not gonna watch it. I'm not. And the more people ask me to, the less I'm gonna watch it.
Wait, okay.
Rebel.
Mrs. Nerdrotic should watch it. Let's get her
I
thoughts.
hope she does.
Oh,
She should.
Yeah,
she
Melissa
would
can
love-
watch
I think
it.
She'd love it.
I'll tell Melissa to watch it.
Yeah.
I'll tell her to watch it. Yeah, she will.
Yeah.
And she'll probably love it. Super Mastermind for $10. Gary, K-pop metal sung by hologram cartoon girls sells out concerts in Japan for a decade now. Makes more than the entire comic book industry in America. I agree. Okay, like, are you talking about like baby metal? Like baby metal's cool. That's not K-pop. It's baby metal. Baby metal's fucking cool. I like baby metal.
They're Japanese too, so different.
Yeah.
They have a little bit of like K-pop in
Wait,
it.
what? Korean and Japanese are different? No, they're not.
Well, Koreans would
God.
debate that one. Koreans would debate that one, I think.
Puerto Ricans and Mexicans, no difference. Oh my God. Auburn, Alabama fans, no difference at all. There's a bunch of dumb hicks rooting for some football.
Shit.
I've chosen violence today.
You're the Elmo meme.
Surprised and almost hurt they haven't gone back to plunder the Jaws series yet. Ruined the rest of my childhood. You have just put Bloodline films for $9.99. You have just put it in the zeitgeist. It is now in the ether. Waiting for my copy of the book and 32 days sober since the last super chat. Cheers, gang. Oh,
sweet. Yeah, when does the book ship?
It's probably going to ship around. We were told we could have some copies by SpaceCon, so it should start shipping a little before that, right? X-Ray Girl?
October. So there you go.
Yeah.
Great.
So soon. Like couple 3 months. I don't want to promise a date and it passed, but
at latest Q4.
Yeah. I'll ask Eric. He knows. It's being set up for print right now, so it's being set up. We got the audiobook. I start recording the audiobook soon. Matthew Hammond for $3 says, Guns Up was a fun movie similar to Nobody and John Wick with more humor. It stars Kevin James and Christina Ricci, where Kevin is a former cop mob enforcer. I'll watch it. Hell yeah. Odinson, $99 for $10. In the modern era of bad films, comics, and music, you know what I miss the most? Being inspired. I know, like walking out of a movie or a TV show or reading a comic book or walking out of a TV show. Like just feeling inspired. Like I want to see more like this. You know, like it walking out with that good feeling. It's so fucking rare now. Remember, we used to get it all the time.
Yeah.
90% now is so terrible to meh. Yep. And like I predicted, well, I'm not Nerdstradamus. I just said, talked about a little bit in my video that like after the cultural shift, where particularly like Hollywood and the entities that make entertainment are in an identity crisis because they really fucking believe this woke shit would fucking sell, and now they don't know what to fucking do because they were true believers. They're going to try to fix stuff without really knowing how to fix it, and it's going to be fucking slop and chaos for a couple of years. Where you're seeing it on the edges change quickly, Colbert getting fired, Stern possibly not getting re-upped, people wanting hot women in jeans again. Well, no, people always wanted this shit. People always wanted Colbert to be gone. People were done with Stern years ago. People have always wanted women in fucking hot jeans. People have always liked tits. Women love tits. They absolutely love tits. So we've always wanted that stuff. And what happened was the entities in charge of commercials and everything else for years and years were fighting against the culture, fighting against it. What MAGA did, what the right did, not all, because there's plenty of fucking retards on the right, is embrace pop culture and didn't see it as this stupid, satanic, whatever thing that you still hear from some people. Video games are a waste of time. You're an incel and you're fucking basement. Remember that shit? Those arguments come from both sides, by the way. And what the left has always understood, is that pop culture, film, TV, video games, comic books, they're really fucking important. They're really fucking important to a lot of people. So some of the right and MAGA recognize that. Now, where MAGA won the first time and the second time is they controlled the memes. And those who control the memes control the world.
Control the universe.
Control the universe.
And I will say this, just having gotten back from YAF, which is a bunch of college kids, they are hungry to talk culture stuff. I actually think it'd be more useful for these political events to do something called CultureCon.
CultureCon, yeah.
CultureCon, change the culture, change the world.
Yep.
There needs to be a
Andrew
discussion.
Breitbart.
Yeah. Set aside the politics for now and discussion of policy. Let's talk about entertainment, CultureCon. Someone do it and then invite Gary and I and X-Ray Girl.
I'd be happy to talk about it because I've been talking about it forever on channel, and like you guys recognize it in the chat, and now more people on the right have recognized it, and MAGA certainly, for the most part, recognized it. They're not, President Trump and his administration. That's not MAGA. Certainly made its mistakes, but MAGA recognized that, and that cultural shift in November that they created a cultural shift. The thing is, I mentioned it in my video, it was the dam breaking. It was going to happen anyway. It was actually pushed back. It was pushed back by the purveyors of our information and stuff artificially for 4 years. Now, have you noticed all of a sudden in Hollywood, it's okay to question the government. They took 4 years off, but now they're questioning Trump. And you should question Trump. Always question a leader. There is no sacred fucking cow. The problem is you didn't question Biden. And you're literally like, there's some assholes out there accusing Trump of what Biden was doing.
Yeah.
A good friend of ours who I love called Trump a puppet. No, Biden was literally a dead body that people were rolling around. So you can call Trump a puppet all fucking day, but you didn't call that shit out? Really? So it's about consistency. It's about autopay. It's about consistency in entertainment, consistency in information. By all means, question the Trump administration, question the right. I don't give a shit, but question the other side just as much, which they never did and still don't to this day. I put Mark Moron. Yes, I know it's moron, but it's Mark fucking Moron, who's never been a funny comedian. There's no such thing as a woke comedian. They're just unfunny, bitter pieces of shit. Came out and is bitching now that woke lost. That woke lost. You know why woke lost? And he's all, we've lost democratic ideas. We should lose ideas that are bad, that are really bad. Transing kids is not a good idea. That's a bad idea. I am against that idea. To the day I die, that is a bad idea. Teaching naughty things to kindergartners. That's a fucking bad idea. That's a creepy idea. You should probably be on a watch list for having that idea.
Yep.
Wanting to give away taxpayer money to just fucking anybody. That's a bad idea. It's a bad idea.
I had a whole discussion with Drinker. We were talking about like where these bad ideas. I think there's a clear delineation because I know Mark Maron doesn't have any kids.
No, he likes to allegedly sleep with 20-year-old interns, but I don't know if that's true. I just heard that on the internet.
Yeah. Well, all I'm saying is I clearly can see there are people who have children. They have skin in the game for our future. And the people who don't have kids are the ones I think that really come up with all these or come to the conclusions that these bad ideas are good because they want to appear to be nice to everyone. I don't know. I really see it's very, very just like if you've had kids, you kind of mostly think this way.
Yes.
If you have not, and you're like, don't have kids. There's a video that relates to this. I was going to save this later as a treat.
It's a different perspective. I mean, like, listen, some people should not have kids. Some people,
This is-
it's a choice, and that's fine. Like I'm not going to walk around thinking I'm better than you because we made some kids. But it's a different perspective, and definitely we know more about raising kids. Everybody was a kid, but it is different raising one, right? And
I know X-Ray Girl is a feminist. And I just want to give her a glimpse in the past. This is a video from the 1970s. Can we just, it's 1 minute, Gary. 1 minute.
Yeah,
Indulge me.
play it.
You know, I'm
Okay.
derailing everything.
Yeah. And we're not,
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
We're here at the Women's Strike for Equality in 1970, where women are demanding the right to be just as miserable as men in the workplace.
Yes.
With family. For sure. And if I don't have time to raise them, I'll just pay another woman to do it using the salary from my new job. In a corporation. Being underpaid, earning more for someone else, and never having even close to enough to buy a home. What quality do you expect? Studies show men die of heart attacks and strokes from staying in the workforce for so long, and we just want the same. What do you look forward to most? Focusing so much on my career that I miss the chance you get married or have kids, then turning 40 and asking what the fuck was I thinking? Women in the workplace.
It sounds a little sus. Back in my day, we worked late nights and we love you long time, if you know what I mean.
You ready for women in the workforce?
Sure. I'll stay home with the kids sometimes. The place will always be a mess, and the children will probably be in harm's way. Will being in the workforce set you free?
Are you fucking kidding me? This sounds miserable. I don't want to work till I'm 70, have 2 years of retirement funds, then die broke.
There you go. It's
That was hilarious.
That's great.
Thank you.
that's your
Nuclear family.
That was in the 70s. That was in the 70s.
That was it. Yeah, it was really, that was authentically
Great
in
camera.
the 70s.
In the 70s.
good camera work, good interview.
And
I
what
have a
did
treat-
what
I have a
did
treat for
what
you.
did a certain party do to the black nuclear family back in the 50s and 60s? They utterly decimated it.
Yeah, destroyed it.
Utterly decimated it.
Yeah.
Mhm. Bring back the black nuclear family.
I've been watching those videos where people show their food stamp hauls, like $600 on groceries, and it's all crap food, like just
Oh
boxed
yeah,
whatever.
but they've changed the rules allegedly on what they can buy. I don't know.
But yeah, like culturally, things are shifting. It's going to be really fucking messy. We're not going to get everything we want. We should like kind of recognize, at least, I'll keep it I statements. I'm not going to tell you what to do. I should recognize the wins when we get them, and they're not going to be absolute every time, but progress, not perfection, is not bad. It's not bad. Just want to avoid black pilling. A lot of black pilling still going on, man. And it's like, yeah, you're, it doesn't help. Black pill's a suppository. NC Sell for $5. Mr. is toxic. No need to apologize over the K-pop show. It's a show for young girls, not grown-ass men. Chrissy's Arrested Development is on full display. Why did I say Chrissy?
It's okay. It's okay. No, it's look.
Chris is a grown man. He's raised kids. He pays his bills.
Yes, we did a review it on Film Thread. The comments are insane. A lot of people watching it across. I think it's more broad appeal than Frozen.
A lot of people love it. I've been getting recommended this thing all the time. Like all the time.
Yeah, and people will keep harassing you until you see it. But I think
I'm not going to see it.
Mel, just get Mel to watch it.
No,
see what she says.
I'm going to watch old Star Trek. If I want to, like, I don't need to see some animated girly thing. It's just not my thing.
It reminds me of Josie and the Pussycats. That was fun. It's one of those things where, like, you know, those old shows like the Beatles cartoon, the Jackson 5 cartoon, Josie and the Pussycats, Gem and the Holograms.
I didn't watch Gem and the Holograms.
It was Gem and the Holograms, the cartoon, not the movie. The movie sucked. They're fun. They're fun because it's like the band.
Oh, they should exist. Absolutely should exist. And people should enjoy the hell out of them.
It's in the spirit of all of those things.
You know what?
The Beatles,
I'll watch heavy metal. Is that cool?
Heavy metal is great.
I'm just going to watch heavy metal.
I am Den of Earth. You know, I love it.
I can't believe they put Mob Rules in Alien Earth. I was like really irritated about that.
The music choices were stupid.
It was the album version and not the heavy metal version, but
it was bad.
To me, I love Ozzy. May he rest in peace. May the Godfather of metal rest in peace. But Mob Rules is the best Black Sabbath song from the heavy metal soundtrack. It's the one I listen to the most. I fucking love that song. Rod of God podcast for $4.99. Matt Reeves needs to take over DC. The Batman and Penguin are superior to anything Gunn has done. I mean,
yes.
Yeah,
True.
the Penguin is for sure. It is. I don't know how you'd fit a Superman in that world, but here we go. Gary, I love you, but you often commented you hate your hatred of LE. What's LE?
I have no clue.
Limited edition.
Well,
When
maybe.
it comes to a car. It's always
I don't know.
I wince every time. The Thin Blue Line are real life superheroes. I understand you had arrests, but that's not on them. I loved you. I ordered your book. What is
law enforcement?
Oh,
Thank you, Chat.
I don't hate law enforcement.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I've never said I hated law enforcement, but I treat them as any other entity. There is good and there's bad. Now, if you want to ask me, do I trust law enforcement? Well, no. No. And I'll tell you why, because I've seen the other side. I've seen the other side. I've seen the corruption. So, dude, I'm buds with Donut. I know cops. So there are some really good cops, but that's like asking me to trust the state or the government, which I don't. Ever. Because they have absolute power. So look what cops did during COVID, arresting people on the beach, just following orders. Like, yeah. So I don't hate law enforcement. AJ, I don't. They are we need them. They're necessary. I was against defund the police. I was absolutely against it. I think that was one of the dumbest fucking things you can come up with.
Sure.
Whether I like law enforcement or not, they are fucking needed. And if you have less of them out there, it is a shit show. I've seen it in San Francisco. So I was very much against defund the police. But I'm not like a super fan because I've seen law enforcement do some pretty fucking terrible things. I've seen them tackle kids for not wearing masks, like tackle kids, giant dudes tackling kids like that. Like, fuck that. No. So there's got to be a right and wrong, and they need to be treated like they are. They are an apparatus of the state filled with probably a ton of good people who want to do the right thing, but they're also controlled by corrupt motherfuckers. And we should always question that. Same with the military. I got nothing against our troops and people who put their lives on the line and our veterans, nothing but respect. I'm very suspect of some of the generals we've had and the politicians who control them. And I'm very anti-war. Brendan Lucas for 10 British pounds. Bo DeMayo's talent came with an attitude ill-suited for Hollywood, exhausting goodwill. Kevin may be wrong for the MCU, but he seemed to like Bo, at least more than anyone else did in the industry. Yeah, it wasn't. Who fired Bo? That's the question. I mean, because Kevin had to sign off on that. Kevin could have kept him. I mean, he made the best thing on Disney Plus.
Yep,
he did.
That is the best thing.
How did James Gunn manage to squeeze the movie past the executive and producers, considering the implied political message based on geopolitics? You mean the Craplackistan versus Poopistan one in the movie? It was so generalized you could imprint anything on that. I mean, it really that's probably why.
Could have been Ukraine or Gaza or whatever.
It could have been
it's
a
just
bunch of things.
And that's also been in comics where they have fictional countries.
Well, that fictional country is in the comics.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But I mean, yes, you could apply that to everything. That's probably why they snuck it by. I mean, executives are dumb. The John Beck for $20. Korean and Japanese the same. Here's your rage chat. X-rays, country, and China are the same too. Well, yeah. Vietnam, China, no difference, right, X-ray girl?
I thought he meant Canada.
Canada, China, no difference.
Yes, for sure. Oh my God.
Great seeing you both again at San Diego Comic-Con. Gary, we chatted at your booth. I wore the Batman shirt, I remember. And thanks to Mrs. Nerdrotic, we're now IG friends. Chris, bump knuckles with you. And this is Chris Rabisky. Chris Rabisky. I remember you, Chris.
Hell yeah.
Thanks for coming by and saying hi. When I saw K-pop Demon Hunters, I immediately thought it was Frozen with Korean flavor. Honest Trailers just came out and agrees. There you go. And that's another reason I won't watch it. Although Korean food's pretty good.
I think it's actually inspired by all those, like I said, Josie and the Pussycats, the Jackson 5 and Beatles cartoons, the Gem and the Holograms. It's like those shows where it's a band, their life, and then some adventure or mystery. Like it's fun. It's a kind of subgenre.
Anything niche you both hunt for at San Diego Comic-Con? Yes. This year I found a vendor in aisle 800 with an OG Chaplin and Laurel and Hardy posters. There you go. From their actual release, unfortunately, too pricey and risky to carry through the crowd. That's becoming more of an issue, Chris, is like big stuff. It's not super niche, but like the first thing we bought was a pack of blacklight posters, full size, of all the Marvel blacklight posters that Chip Kidd was selling.
Oh, wow.
And we bought it immediately. I'm like, oh my God. Because like the originals are just, I have a couple, but they're like thousands and thousands of dollars. And it's like, I'll take the reprints. I don't need the originals.
Well,
but that's all I look for is niche, like racist cover stuff. That I look for weird stuff.
You probably have one of these.
I do. I've got two. I gave one to my son.
Oh,
and I've got one in my media room.
It actually is pretty cool. That and the Dune one are probably the best.
Yep.
And the Jaws one, which I did get Jaws.
The Alien one is cool too.
What's that?
The one with the specimen jar and it lights up.
Oh, that one. I do have that one also. I have a lot.
No, but
I'm in the midst of a purge. I'm not really in a buying mood.
The only thing, exactly. The only thing I was looking for, and I found it a lot at Freak Toys, is like like Clash of the Titans action figures from the 80s.
Oh,
like
wow.
Really weird old, like the Black Hole action figures from the 80s.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, that's the kind of stuff I was
And
looking for.
I do have your Rings of Power jewelry that I promise.
Oh, thanks.
I promise I'll get to you, Gary.
Oh,
I've been
thank
holding
you.
on to these.
Are those earrings?
Definitely, I don't know what they are, but they're not mine. I'm giving them to you. So.
Wait,
there we go. Rings of Power.
Are those
what
what the fuck are those?
I don't know, but I don't want it.
I haven't taken my earring out in like 30 years.
Put this in Rings of Power.
Maybe I can change it. Subhuman for $10. If I told you that I bought John Byrne's entire run of Action Comics, Superman and Man of Steel miniseries, what would you say? You are in for a hell of a ride. Good man. Wise purchase. You're obviously a man of culture and taste. That's what I would say. Aaron for 40 yen says, Tyler Hoechlin is my second favorite. Hoechlin? Is it Hoechlin? Why did I say Hoechlin? Tyler Hoechlin is my second favorite Superman after Reeves. Tyler did a good job. I didn't think he looked the part at first, but he really did a great job as Superman. That's a good Superman. That's a good pick. Daniel San for $9.99. Hey, Gary, thoughts on the new cult horror film Him coming out next month? Can't wait. Have you seen the trailer? I've seen the trailer. Should react to it on the stream maybe next week. Bless you and have an amazing day. What have you think of Him?
It looks good. Him looks good. I like it.
Yeah,
Jordan Peele produced. I like it.
I'm not the biggest fan of Jordan Peele because it's all racism. It's all racism. It's all it is. Racism allegory. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Fine. Go make a movie about racism in another country. Because there's plenty of it.
I don't know. I like his stuff. He asked the tough questions.
Like,
is
this racist? Is that racist? How about this? Is that racist, Chris?
But Get Out was kind of just making fun of white liberals.
Fucking Twilight Zone. Brendan Lucas for 10 British pounds. Just because you are the boss doesn't mean you are a god. Holding out for one fan favorite in your least viewed product line is not smart. And I think from Bo's stories, he made his own bed. I mean, like, why did he get fired? Brendan, it's a completely different point, but you're not wrong. Like, he probably was a pain in the ass. But it sounds like, to me, it sucks to work there. It would just suck to work there. Like, people love the notoriety. Like, I work at Marvel, but the amount of shit you probably put up with. But yeah, we don't know the whole story on why he got fired, Brendan, to be fair.
We do not.
We do not know the whole story. You are correct. Accident seller for 50 Norwegian krona. Gary, which sheriff do you like the most? JW Pepper from Moore's Bond Run or Buford T. Justice from Smokey and the Bandit? I'm partial to Buford myself. Well, Jackie Gleason plays Buford T. Justice. So I'm going to take that. But JW Pepper is pretty good too. I like them both. But fucking Jackie Gleason, come on. It's a legend. The planet Krypton will explode in 30 days, says fourth drawer down for one night. And he spelled it Krypton. He spelled it correctly.
Krypton is correct.
Chimera for $5 Australian. After seeing his Superboy flop, the narcissist Gunn had to have been screaming internally. Like, internally, they're having conversations. And you know what those conversations are, Chris? I have inside information.
What do you think?
Put the bat signal up.
Put the bat signal up. Yeah. Get Batman in there. I wonder if there were discussions about integrating. There had to be. The Batman
had to be.
Like, why couldn't you make that work? Pattinson was very good. I think everyone agrees the Batman was better than Superman, in my opinion, even in spite of the fact that third act, I hate that third act sucked.
Yeah, there had to be. I mean, I'm sure they had all conversations, but ultimately James Gunn's going to listen and James Gunn's going to do what James Gunn's ego wants to do. And he might have been a grounded guy before, but
I don't see
his head has clearly exploded. Like, he is a legend in his own mind.
He just seems to laugh at his own jokes. And I feel like when you see everyone around him, everyone's just got to be on board Gunn and that's it.
Yeah.
If you're not that, why do you think Cavill, I don't know, just that clip we showed earlier just kind of bugged me.
Yeah. He needs to learn from his stars. Like, David Cornsweet and Rachel Brosnahan, like, on the red carpet were fine. We're great. That's how you act. And like, it's the studio head who's being the shithead, which is crazy, which is absolutely nuts. So, hey, it's going to be entertaining. We got a reply guy studio head who's going to be popping off. And, I said this months ago. James Gunn's Superman needs to do better than Man of Steel, or he will never, and I mean ever, hear the end of it. And he created the problem. And guess what? That has begun. And we've heard cope from inflation bros and yes, inflation matters. And you're not even going to touch the Man of Steel for inflation. You're not going to touch it. You're not even in the same universe when it comes to ticket sales. You're not going to beat it.
I wonder how fast Fantastic Four will be on digital.
September 5th. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see.
Close.
Let's do a guess. Shall we do a guess?
Well, it's Disney. They respect like a longer window.
They do?
Yeah.
But it's dropping like a fucking rock.
I know, it's sad.
Yeah,
now,
they'll respect it because they did with Thunderbolts too, and that thing flopped like crazy.
Yeah. And I will say, you've often mentioned a male Silver Surfer is what they needed.
Yep.
Would you like to see what it would have been had a male Silver Surfer?
Boy. Without changing the script?
No, just let me. It's just indulge
Okay.
me, Gary.
Okay.
To show you a video. It's a treat for you and something fun. Let's just watch this real quick. It's fun.
Oh yeah.
Protectors of this Walmart. This planet has been marked for death. Your world will be consumed by the devourer. And there is
Oh my
nothing
God.
you can do to stop him. For he is a universal force, as essential.
The kid's like, what the
as
fuck?
Hold your loved ones close and speak.
This
the
is
words
better
you're
than
so
Fantastic
afraid to
Four.
speak.
It is.
Use this time to rejoice.
People are just like
celebrate.
not giving a shit.
For your time here is short. I herald his beginning. I herald your end. I herald
He can't even talk through the suit.
Galactus. I need to have scenes of me flying now. Galactus, is it safe to go this way? The end is coming. The end is near. I herald his beginning. I herald your ends. I herald Galactus. The Fantastic Four will not be here to save you. They are too selfish. Reed Richards and Sue Storm. All they care about is their child, Franklin. How does it feel to have your world savior be the one to essentially destroy it because all he cares about is his offspring? He never cared about you. Galactus, I'm going too fast. I herald your ends.
Hello.
I herald Galactus. The Fantastic Four will not save you. I will go and warn the other planets of Galactus. Which way is the exit?
This way.
I cannot see because Galactus has blinded me. Is the exit this way? Galactus took away my sight, so I am essentially blind. I am being kicked out of this planet that is doomed. There is nothing you can do, civilians. The end is near. The destruction of everything you love and know
Everything
is coming.
Galactus.
I am warning you of Galactus. You should be thankful. Rejoice
Poor
and
security guard.
celebrate because all your times are short. Galactus is coming. Galactus. I did it, Galactus. I have warned the doomed civilians at Walmart. I do not know which way it is to my planet. Do you know where Galactus is? Galactus.
Okay.
Galactus. I don't know where to go, Galactus.
Oh my God! It goes on for 8 minutes. No, oh, God.
8 minutes. Sorry, Gary.
Galactus.
That was good. It's still better than female Galactus. It's even better. Like so you see
Galactus.
Galactus. Oh man.
Archer Merchant for $5. Oh no, they're moving Super Viltrumite to streaming already. But I thought budgets were great according to Gunn. Yeah, not that great. Why would 35 days makes no sense, Chris? Even as the movie is performing right now, it makes no sense that they're doing this. So I've heard some people saying, well, I've heard some people say it's not Gunn's decision and he has no input on this. Bullshit. If Gunn didn't want this to happen, it wouldn't happen. If him and Peter Safran said they're head of studio, they're head of fucking studio.
Yeah. Very surprising.
They must need it to happen. Hail all. What are your thoughts on the new YouTube AI age verification policy coming? This is from Matthew for $5. Do either of you see the Quartering's video on it? I've seen other videos on it. And my understanding, well, for one, I've heard people say it started yesterday. I've heard people say it started today. I've heard people say it started Friday. It's supposed to start the 15th, which is Friday, right? Friday.
2 days.
What do I think about it? I'm not really, I'm not happy how it's going to be used. Listen, as a freedom-loving dude who says parent your fucking kids, keep an eye on them, I don't really want them. I don't want like little kids having access to porn. I just don't. Okay? I just fucking don't. And there's a reason it's 18 and up. There's a reason there's 17 and up for tickets. I don't think kids should have access to some of that shit. I think YouTube has had plenty of stuff that kind of keeps them away from that unless they use a VPN, which you can use a VPN for the fucking age verification. And but what I think it's really going to be used for, and I think Quartering is saying this too, correct me if I'm wrong, is it's not used for age verification. It's used for data tracking and spying on people and doing that shit, which I'm fucking 100% against. 100% against. 100% against. But I don't know enough about it other than I don't want kids to have access to porn. So I am totally fine with states. I don't know what states have done it. I don't know where they've done it. I know they've done it here in Texas. But I have no fucking problem with states forcing porn sites to do age verification. I have none. And that's a state issue. And it's if you want to go to a state, and of course there's ways around that anyway. But I have no fucking problem with it at all because it's porn and it's kids. So I don't think kids should have access to that shit. But as far as the AI control and how it's going to affect channels on here, I think it's going to affect, like Minecraft streamers and stuff. But we heard a lot of this, like, isn't this the same? Like, what I'm confused about is that COPA thing. Isn't this just the same thing? Are we doing it twice?
Oh,
a lot of themselves labeled, a lot of channels, I'm seeing CC karaoke here. Lots of channels label themselves as made for kids and then sneak stuff in. Yeah, they do. Okay, so that's what happened with COPA, and I'm not surprised. Yeah, I hate government restriction. I really do, but there's certain things we just, we got to do. And I think the most important thing is parent your fucking kids, which most of you do. And just keep an eye on what they're doing online, right? I don't like government daddy. I don't need government daddy. There's a lot of porn on YouTube. There's a lot of crazy shit on YouTube. There's a lot of crazy shit. I've had to go through a driving school, Chris Gore, with a couple of hits that we've gotten. And you have to, it's called driving school, but it's content creation school and guidelines. And you can see what they actually let go as monetized and totally okay. And it has like dildos and shit. Like, I'm not down with any of that. Not down with any of that.
Like the WNBA.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Nobody should be allowed to watch the WNBA.
Should lean into it.
But I think I don't think it's, I think the child verification, age verification is just a way to get everybody to throw their fucking IDs up like Elon did with the blue check mark on X. I think they want everybody. I think it's a backdoor to get everybody to give you their IDs, to remove anonymity. And they're trying to fight bots. And they're trying to fight anons. Now, fuck bots, but I think people should have the freedom to be anonymous. Absolutely 100%. And it's going to hurt them. It's going to hurt YouTube.
They've tried to do it to superheroes. They can't be anonymous. Why can't
it's like the Superhero Registration Act. Yeah, it's a backdoor, and I see you winking there, but it's a backdoor for everybody having to put their IDs up and stuff like that. And it's some European shit that we're now doing here, which, that part I don't like. But it's under the guise of protect the children, protect the children. Speaking of alien Earth, what in the blue hell was that?
Yes.
Wise words from the diary of Ryan Kinnell. Give a man a fish and he'll eat for a day. Deport the man and you'll never have to feed him again. Snacks for $5. Have any of you seen Alchemy of Souls, Korean show, hot chicks, magic, and fighting? No K-pop. Gary, give it a chance. Sub, not dub. All right, I'll give that a chance. You said hot chicks. What's your opinion on Arnie Conan? My dad, who is 67 now, was not a fan. He is a huge fan, a huge Howard collection, and always said Conan was too wimpy in movies. Oh, Arnold Schwarzenegger's Conan. I'm a massive fan of Arnold Schwarzenegger's Conan. It's not the Conan from the books, but I'm a massive fan of it.
Yeah, I loved it. That first movie, anyway, is
First
great.
movie is all-time classic.
Yeah,
but it's very different from the books. I would love to see a proper Conan adaptation. Ordinary Adonis. Realistic Delinquent for $2.79. I'm blasting the K-pop DH soundtrack next meetup.
I'll sing to it. It's fine.
Nope. Love some of the concepts, but Alien Earth timing sounds like it belongs more after Alien Resurrection with military research vessels approaching Earth.
X-Ray Girl, if you do that, you'll be done.
Alien Earth takes place after Covenant and before Alien. Alien Earth is giving me Rebel Moon vibes. A bit.
Yeah.
Yep. Too many ideas crunched into something with just superficially. Humans invented the footlong, so yes, they do. They do. That's true. Humans did. They invented the footlong, so they deserve to die. There's some people who might believe they deserve to live because of that.
I'm going to be golden.
I'd like to hear all of your thoughts on the wonderful masterpiece that is Amazon's War of the Worlds. Well, we've talked about it. We've talked about it actually in detail on Friday Night Tights. You saw War of the Worlds, right, Chris?
Oh, what a god-awful, terrible, laughable show. Oh, hell yeah.
I'm going to do a review on it. It'll probably take a couple of weeks because it's going to require a ton of work. It's not much just me babbling. Like, we're going to do something really different with this review. So it might be a month before it comes out and nobody will care about it anymore. But
you're going to do it in the style of the movie.
It's going to require a lot of work.
There are screen movies that are good. There's a movie with John Cho called Searching. That's good. There are other ones that are, solid.
But this one's
thrillers.
not, and
it's terrible.
There's a lot of opportunities for jokes that we are going to take every single one, and that's gonna be a month's worth of work. Easy.
Do it.
We keep putting it off. We were gonna release. I was gonna try to work on it this weekend and have it out this week, and then I thought of a better video idea, and then I'm like, let's play with our food on this one. Let's take our time with it, but it will happen. Oh, I guarantee it'll happen. 15th anniversary today of Scott Pilgrim. Thoughts? Oh, the movie, Jester of Roanoke. I like the movie. I don't like the books. I hate the books. They sold like crazy, but I don't like the art. But I like Edgar Wright's directing in that movie. God, it's been 15 years. Holy shit. Do you think the DCU shows will be more successful than Marvel? That remains to be seen. That's a low bar. They could be. The Lantern show sounds interesting, except I agree with Beardo this morning. It sounds like they're going to kill Hal Jordan at the end, which I'd fucking hate. But Kyle Chandler playing Hal Jordan, I'm fucking down with. And I'm actually interested in that show. So there's a possibility, yes. Peacemaker, I didn't like season 1. I'm trying to find Martian Manhunter Origin Comics. Do you have a solo series, or is it in his first appearance? No. Man, I don't remember. I'm a Marvel guy. First appearance is Detective Comics 225. I actually have that comic. Corn Pop for $1.99. Thanks for not blocking me, man. I'm not going to block you. Why would I block you, Corn Pop? You're a bad dude. Maximus Rabitus for $1.99. Puerto Ricans are tall Mexicans. Sharks with blue hair and fat incoming, says you're barmy for $2. JB24 for 2 Canadian pesos. I'll be pissed off if Jackal is a woman, and Sadie Sink not being Mary Jane is dumb. Oh, I agree with that. It's Bryce Dallas Howard all over again. Exactly. It's like, let's get known redhead to play Gwen Stacy. Fucking retarded. Smashy Bamswall for $5. Just like what Kennedy did with The Acolyte, announced beforehand and held Disney's feet to the fire. This time it was WB to force Gunn's hand. Bob Loblaw for $1.99. To everyone, thoughts on Invincible? I liked I dipped out in that second season. Thought the first season was all right. I dipped out.
Never watched it.
I'm fucking tired of the bad Superman trope. I'm sick to death of it. To fucking death of it. The worst part about Superman's James Gunn Supergirl calling Superman a bitch at the end. That was basically Gunn saying, fuck you to the audience. Yep, Anakmaman.
Yeah.
Now, people have said, Invincible gets better. Like, it recovers and gets better. So I might check it out. But I just get, and it's not Invincible's fault because I read the comic book, okay? I was selling it when it came out. It sold okay. But bad Superman trope is just like so tired to me. K-pop is a virus and heavy metal is the only cure, says Slain Hope. Inakban reviews and rants for $5. My dad is an ex-cop. Even he never trusted them all. Crooked internal affairs officers framed him for excessive force because he spoke out against affirmative action. Yep. Do I trust a police department in San Francisco? No, a police department that will arrest me for shooting a dude who breaks into my house. Do I trust that police department? Fuck no. And quite frankly, Chris, and this is the truth. Outside of a extreme circumstance, the only reason I'm even calling the cops is to collect the body.
Right. Oh, man. Yeah.
Like, I forgive me. I've had horrible experiences with him. Now, I've been a shithead, but I've also said, and it's in my book, a cop saved my life. A cop saved my fucking life. So I don't hate them. I don't. But I've seen enough of them and enough of prison guards and how they act to where, oh, they aren't the good guys. Like, we aren't, like, us criminals, not the good guys. I didn't meet a dude in prison who shouldn't have been there. He should have every dude I ran across should have been there. Absolutely should have been there. Whatever the fucking circumstances, they earned their right to be there. And you know what? There's some prison guards who were fucking cool as hell. Cool as hell. You know, treated you with respect, you know. But there's other ones who were power tripping fucking a-holes and also corrupt, who were sneaking drugs into the prison and all kinds of shit. And I saw corrupt prison officials. I helped cover up, I was ordered to cover up some files for some corrupt prison officials in the procurement department. And that's when I really that's when I was asked to do that. That's when my like deep mistrust in the system like kicked into high gear. That was my moment of, so I'm a criminal, which I am. I deserve to be here, but they're stealing right now. They're stealing.
Yeah.
And they're keeping me in prison, and they're fucking thieves too. I was young, learning the ways of the world. Chad Admiral, sorry, go on.
Question everything. That's
Question
like
everything.
Default setting.
Yep.
Default setting.
Yeah, the warden of Folsom Prison was falsifying documents to cover up that she took $100,000 of taxpayer money to renovate the house that's on site that she lived in when she was only given a stipend of $30,000, which was still insane.
Damn.
And the reason they do that, and this is how corporations run now, but this is how all governments work. Government agencies are given a budget. They have to spend all of that budget if they are in the hopes of getting more. Because if they spend less, they spend less. They're going to get less. So they're incentivized to spend more. And who cares anyway? It's tax money. Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
So there, and by the way, the idiots kept files on this. I would just shred the files, but they kept it. So when the local news came from Sacramento, who we are not allowed to talk to as prisoners because we don't have the rights of human beings. We are third-class citizens. We are numbers. We don't even have names. So we're not allowed to talk to anybody outside the prison. We're not allowed to talk. And if we do, we're going to get an ass beating and go to the hole. Unless the prison allows it. In Max, so they had me switch files. Yep. Chad Admiral Thrawn for $2. Hey, Gary, watch Spy Family. It's an anime. I've heard that's really good. He says 10 out of 10. K-Slop Seaman Chuggers. Wow, David.
What are you doing?
Rockefeller Plaza for $2. Love the panel and the channel. Oh, that rhyme, baby. I liked it. I like it. Mar for $5. As a chick, feminism sucks. It's damaged society. Woke sucks. Also, fuck Marvel for taking the hot men away, for not letting men be heroes and women vulnerable. Mar, hail. Not sure if anyone has said it yet, but I'd love to see a Gina Carano role in Spaceballs. That would be good. But Josh Gad is a fucking TDS woke fucktard though, so it won't happen. I'm sure he was all for Gina's fucking canceling.
Did you see that clip of Kimmel and Sarah Silverman talking?
It's in my video.
Like, which one?
The one that just came out.
Oh, I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
It's in my, I'm going to the cell. I'll watch it. But like, God, that pissed me off. They created this environment and both did the blackface. I mean, Sarah Silverman's might have been, it was a great joke. I remember when it was, I don't know, man. They go hard like that and they've got horrible things in their past, which they should just, them stern.
I make a joke about it in my video. I'm like all of a sudden they're backtracking, right? They're all backtracking. And I'm like, gee, I wonder what Sarah Silverman, Howard Stern, and Jimmy Kimmel have in common. And I show the picture of all of them in blackface. So yeah, it makes you wonder. And Mark, moron statements and that other fucking dumb woke white bitch from the podcast saying ban white people. I got all this stuff. It's all.
What did Mark Maron say? Like, I don't pay attention.
He was talking to Howie Mandel, and they were talking about Tony Hinchcliffe and his success, basically. So Mark Moron used to have a top 10 podcast for many years.
I listened to it. It had great interviews.
I never liked the guy. I think he's unfunny. I don't think he's original. I think he's a twat. I think he's
phony. I think he's a phony.
He's a phony piece of shit. And I've never liked him. But he had a top podcast for whatever reason, probably falsely built up. And then his podcast went away right around the time USAID went away too. It's really fucking weird. And he's jealous that Joe Rogan and all these people are whooping his ass. And he's jealous that Tony Hinchcliffe is probably one of the biggest comedians in the country who hosts Kill Tony, who gets 100,000 fucking people watching their video premieres live.
Yeah.
Which is insane. And they're all fucking good and they're roasting. And you know what? It's because we can say retard again and other words. And he's pissed about it. He's all, you making fun of trans people is hack. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? Wait, hang on. I'm not done. Are you fucking kidding me? Making fun of trans people is hack? You still can't do it, you fucking retard. And then he said, oh, it's not a free speech issue. People weren't going to jail. Well, he was talking specifically about comics, but yes, they are. People are going to jail in the UK right now for fucking memes, which is comedy. People are going to jail for saying stuff and walking around a public building. They went to jail for a long time. Oh, those evil insurrectionist January 6ers. A bunch of them were in jail for an excessive amount of time for being political prisoners, not for doing anything wrong. And if it was breaking and entering, most people would have been let go. They are letting motherfuckers go who shoot people in DC. You fucking retard. It was a free speech issue. It still is. Oh, and by the way, Operation Mockingbird, still around. Oh, by the way, there was 3-letter agencies inside of every fucking social media company, still are, that were censoring and removing people's accounts, which is removing a citizen's First Amendment rights. The government doing it, which is highly fucking illegal. And you didn't have a fucking thing to say about it. Not for 4 fucking years. So fuck off, Mark Moron, you piece of shit.
Well, related to comedians who were canceled initially, have you seen Tires with Shane Gillis?
No.
That show, I binge watched both seasons, 2 seasons. Gary, I think you'd love it.
I'll check it out.
It's Shane Gillis. You know him, you like him, I'm sure. He does a great Trump. It is.
Yeah, he's on Kill Tony all the time.
It's just like The Office at a tire store. That's it. Not much else to it. It's. I watched the whole thing in a day.
Enoch Maman reviews and rants for $2. Never forgive Jordan Peele for his Twilight Zone. No, I won't. His Twilight Zone was some fucking race baiting garbage.
I never watched.
That guy should never work again. He's fucking overrated. Brad Bromance for $50. In theaters, if theaters want to make money again, they should re-release director's cuts of movies. Yes. Oh my God, I was talking about this with Eric from Forbes on Twitter briefly. Director's cuts of movies that were never shown in theaters before. Movies like Dark City, Superman 2, and I don't know, Lord of the Rings, which they do. Maybe they could actually put butts back into the seats. Fuck Rings of Power. Yes, do the director's cuts of The Hobbit. Do the director's cuts of Lord of the Rings, Superman 2, Dark City. Do the TV versions of Harry Potter. Put them in HD and put all the director's cuts, TV versions of Harry Potter back in the... Warner Brothers, you're so fucking retarded. You're so dumb. On the 20th anniversary, you didn't do a re-release of Fellowship of the Ring, of Two Towers, of Return of the King. You did the 20th anniversary of Return of the King 6 months after the fucking anniversary, you dumb fucks. So you have a 25th anniversary coming up in 2 years. You absolutely put the director's cuts out. You go talk to Peter Jackson right now and you get extra footage because there's tons. There's supposed to be a director's cut of those movies. You put that shit out, you will print money. You will fucking print money. It'll be brilliant. Harry Potter. It would take nothing. You'd have to remaster all the Harry Potter movies. Well, that's a big fucking risk, isn't it, Chris? Remastering the Harry Potter movies? Nobody will buy fucking Harry Potter movies. That would be such a waste of money. Remaster the TV versions, which are all director's cut extended versions, which are all superior versions of the films. Like every single one of them. They're all available on Peacock, by the way, if you want to see them. But you've seen them, like, they added in footage for the TV footage, and all of it's good. All of it's better. All of it adds more context to the films. I don't know why the fuck they cut it out. Yeah, it's stupid. It's fucking stupid. But Hollywood and Warner Brothers in particular are dumb. Leadfoot Gaming for $4.99. Hey guys, you mentioned donut. Made me think of Secret Santa present he got last year. It's a poster from a certain space. From a 19. You got a poster? There's a poster of that? I need that poster. You hear that, Mrs. Nerdrotic? My birthday's in a few days. I need the 1994 space movie poster. Donut's awesome, by the way. Laura Loomer went after fucking Laura Loomer's retarded. We can't say anything bad about Laura Loomer. She went after a Medal of Honor recipient and then went after the fucking unsubscribe boys. And dude, that's just a bad idea. And they fucking angry cops like destroyed her, which was great. Hail angry cops. Hail unsubscribe podcast. Oh, and congratulations to Brandon Herrera. He's running for Texas 23 up against Rhino Tony Gonzalez. So vote for Brandon Herrera. Can't stand that Gina sold out to Disney comments. She didn't sell out, Napsky, for $2. She did not sell out. She won. I highly disagree. Probably not the win we all wanted, but we have to remember something. Wasn't our lawsuit. It's not like we crowdfunded her lawsuit and backed out. Totally different story. She made God bleed. I do agree that it probably sucks to work there, especially if you work in the animation division. The animation division at Marvel must be a miserable place, and working special effects. Working special effects must be fucking hard. Eddie Brock for $2.49. Today marks 1 year since The Acolyte was canceled. Hey, Chris, check Glass Heart. Gary, get on Mercy for None, says Sang. Okay, what new culture will be after the death of wokeism? We don't know. I think it'll be a fragmented, independent, artisanal one, which might not be bad. There'll still be some big stuff, but there'll be a lot of local stuff, a lot of it'll be kind of like none of you remember the 70s. 70s, there used to be local bands, local comics, very, very local things that were big and sustainable and not necessarily needing the big corporate gatekeepers. I think it'll be that. And interactivity.
But I don't want to lengthen the show anymore, but it's also a weird complaint is, you know how you would go somewhere in a certain place, it would feel very local. You'd have a local bar, local restaurants, local stores like antique shops or comic shops. So much of the world now is just becoming generic.
Mm-hmm.
They all have a Chipotle. They all have this. And that local small business flavor is kind of disappearing. And also I had a conversation with Drinker just about culture and a video he did recently. Fashion. If you see a photo from the 70s, you go, that's just by what people are wearing. Well, that's 70s or that's 80s or that's 90s.
Yep.
That's 60s.
It's not now.
It's not now. All that, like, what's the fashion sense now? It's like a hodgepodge of everything from before. There is no distinctive 2020s culture fashion. It's all remix. Human version of AI. Sorry, Gary.
It's okay. And Akmawan says Tulsa King is on streaming. It's the streaming goat. Watch it. Absolutely. If you've not watched Tulsa King, there's 2 seasons out there right now, and it premieres in under a month. Season 3. Great cast. It's all good, Chris. Captain Solo for $5. BJ and the Bear. Nicholas Hammond's 1970s Spider-Man and 1960s Fantastic Four cartoon. 3 of my childhood favorites. Which one comes to Blu-ray first? God. I don't think any of them are. They've had plenty of time. They were going to do a DVD collection of the 1970s Spider-Man, but there's some rights issues. But there are plenty of bootlegs out there. I've got one.
Buy the bootlegs. I mean, that Spider-Man live action TV show was awesome.
Annie Fix for 40. Yen says, please talk about Demon Slayer upcoming movie. It's going to make money. That is a popular thing. And that was the most advertised thing at Comic-Con. It was on that giant building facing the con was Demon Slayer. Southern Inks for $9.99. Hey, Gary, late on this. Teaching, agree with you on almost everything, but hate X-Men 97 and DeMeo. Okay. Pervy Gay Morph, Magneto, a groomer, rogue, and cheating psycho says the mass murdering terrorist is right. Well, a lot of people thought that in universe, but he's not. But I respect your opinion. Kaylin Blackwell for 10 Canadian pesos. Try and remember just for today, but you Mark Moron was taking a dump on comedy. It was gross. It's because he's not a comedian. He's not a clever comedian. He's not a good comedian. I think he's been propped up by the system. I think he's a propped up tool because he says all the right things politically. I think if he had to go out and work on his own, he is now. He's failed. He chose a side and he failed. Comedians don't choose sides. Hinchcliffe will roast everybody and everything. That's what a comedian should do. And Tony's a better comedian pound for pound than Mark Moron will ever fucking be. Anakmaman reviews and rants. I'd watch the Snyder Cut in theaters. Maybe that's just me. They should have released the Snyder Cut in theaters. I don't know why they didn't. Especially in IMAX. It's shot for fucking IMAX. Are you hiring for any voiceover work? Love ya, says Kevin's Corner. Not yet, but you never know. I do all my own. Unless I ask Mahler to do, like, Forbidden Frontier. Nakbaban Reviews and Rants, last one of the day, says, P.S. Release the air cut already, damn it. I agree with that. Put it in theaters. You want to help theaters? Hollywood had lots of opportunities to help theaters. They didn't lift a fucking finger to help them during COVID. Didn't do a goddamn thing. They could the studios could have pulled together money and propped them up, but no, they wanted taxpayer money to do it. Well, the studios need theaters more than the taxpayers do. Just want to point that out. What do you got coming up, Chris?
Hollywood on the Rocks at 1 p.m. Pacific time. And then whatever. Yeah. So in an hour and a half. And talking to Alan Ng. We're going to talk Sydney Sweeney and the culture shift.
The great cultural shift that is upon us. That is absolutely happening. Not fast enough. Bringing up Gina Carano again. Like, that was a TKO, wasn't a knockout. But if we looked at things pragmatically and realistically, Disney's only job was to not let Discovery get out there. And my guess is they were trying to settle with her for a long fucking time. And she had been fighting the fight for 5 fucking years. And she wants to act. Not necessarily, maybe not necessarily for Disney, but she wants to act. So I don't see her taking her discrimination lawsuit and getting a settlement. And basically the closest thing to an apology you'll ever get from a corporation that no other actor outside of Tom Cruise, as I mentioned in my video, would ever fucking get. That's a win. That's a win however you look at it. So, X-Ray Girl.
Poor choices tonight at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. And then I wanted to highlight the trip to Egypt. There are 3 spots left that we opened an extra 5. So if you are interested in going, they are going to be sold out soon, I think. So
how does that work? Is it like a travel agent that's like a...
Yeah, so through Trova Trip, I guess they set up all the intermediary stuff, and then
so this is all like lodging tour. That's what it is. You got to get yourself out there. And if you book early, that the cheaper the flight. Like the earlier you book, the cheaper the flight.
God, it's a long flight too.
It's a long flight, but this is also bucket list stuff. This is going to Egypt. This is seeing our ancient origins, which is not settled. The science is not settled on that, and probably never will be. And seeing what we were capable of way back in the day. And it's kind of weird that we were capable of doing stuff that they can't do now.
Wild. So, yeah.
Yep.
Excited.
Cool. All right. Well, thanks, everyone. Thanks, Chris. Thanks, X-Ray Girl. Go watch Hollywood on the Rocks at 1 p.m. Pacific time, which is in about an hour and a half. And I'll be listening on my walk. I want to thank all the Nerdrotics. I want to thank everyone who left a super chat and donation. You help keep the lights on. There are some member chats in there. We're going to put that in the square up. That'll be in the square up, so we haven't totally forgotten about those. And all the lurkers out there, and we thank you for support. And I got to shout this out on Spotify and Apple Music and all that stuff. All you out there who support the show, who like it, I guess. So in the podcast form, we appreciate that too. So until next week, everyone, ciao.